What's going on, bottom line viewers? We are live with a special guest. I'm going to have so many voice cracks in this stream. I lost my voice last game. We've got a special guest. You may know him. You may not know him. But his name is Dilly Vanilli. He is a Cowboys fan. And he also has family in Minnesota probably losing their minds watching this game. So, we are going to break it down, react to it, give you the play-by-play. We just had the kickoff. It's a touchback for the Vikings. They are going to get the ball at the 25-yard line, and we got to figure out if we're at the same time in the stream, Dylan. So let me know. I can pause the TV.
Yeah, we are not, because I have not even gotten kickoff yet. I'm hoping to get that right there. Kickoff has now just happened for me, so I think we're about 20 seconds or so on a delay, I think.
Okay.
Where are you at so I can tell you?
Just finished the first play.
Okay, I'll tell you when the first finished play has happened for me. Hopefully that'll be as consistent as we can be, or if I'm a little behind. That's just how it's going to be
right now.
Okay, and I just apologize to our viewers. I live in a very crappy area where internet connection is almost impossible. So
I think internet streams are always a little bit behind.
Yeah, so I'm on YouTube TV right now, which is about as good as it could possibly be. All right, the first play just ended for me.
Okay, I press play. I'm at the Kirk Cousins graphic.
Yeah. All right, we should be good.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to pull up the chat.
It's going to be more conversational because obviously I'm not talking to myself anyways. So,
yeah.
But Dalvin Cook, gain of a couple, third down, and 4. What are your expectations for this game, Dilly Vanilli, as a Cowboys fan?
There's a lot to think about here. I mean, the Cowboys are coming off a very disappointing loss against the Packers last week. They kind of got exposed, especially in the run game, and they gave up, Aaron Rodgers' best game of the season, which was quite a disappointment as a Cowboys fan. But otherwise, I mean, it's going to be difficult. You're going to have to stop Dalvin Cook, and then you got Justin Jefferson on the other side. So that's going to be interesting. And then the Cowboys offensively, they just need to get back into a better rhythm. So we got 3rd and 3 coming up here.
Sack, fumble! Cowboys,
let's go,
Parsons!
And the Cowboys have recovered the ball.
Let's go, Parsons!
There it is. And I'm telling you right there. That's the best way you can start. For the Cowboys defense, they had to get pressure. They got it. Micah Parsons, who hasn't been playing the best football in the last couple of games, I would say, or at least to Parsons' level, he makes sure to make a big impact with a sack and a fumble for the defense, and they recover it around the 27-yard line of Minnesota.
That's a great
What a start.
I think you're right, though. The key to the game for Dallas is, I think, first down on defense. Like stopping the run and just in general stopping first down. Because if they can get them in those situations, that's where they can thrive on defense.
Absolutely. And now Cowboys are set up in a position they have to score. That's the thing. You got to start off hot here. You've got the defense giving you this opportunity. You have to capitalize.
Is that young Zeke?
That is, wow. It's so sad watching this man play now. It's like, I can't believe it.
What are your thoughts on Zeke nowadays, Dilly?
He is a certified bum over here. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. The problem is he's not that bad. But then you got a guy like Tony Pollard, and you're like, we could be using one guy over the other. But
it's crazy because I think when we were on the channel together, I think Zeke got drafted.
Yeah, 2016.
And already he's old.
Very old. 2nd and 6. Dak, he's looking, of course, finds Zeke underneath, his favorite throw in the world, and it's 3rd and short coming up.
12:50 left in the first. I'll let you do commentary so I can save my voice.
Okay. Yeah. I'll help you out here. You already got one stream down. It's tough to do at these streams out here. That's why I respect the Bottom Line View for more of all this content every single week.
3 streams a week now, Dilly.
Sheesh. It's going crazy.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Dak, he's telling the line, probably telling him kill, 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 which results in a 1-yard gain every time. Only 1 yard. That's all they need, though. And
That's
Zeke's going to get exactly that. Well,
Zeke, that's what he's best at. He's
Yep.
best at getting 1 or 2, like the short yardage. That's it. That's what he's good at.
Which is
It's not like a slight at all. Like some running backs
No.
aren't good at that.
Yeah. It's good to see, but at the same time, you're like, this guy's playing. This guy's getting paid millions, like a ton of money.
Jake, is it
course,
okay
I'm
now?
checking.
I lowered his mic a little bit because mine's a little bit lower because when I yell, usually it's too loud. So another good carry for the Cowboys there.
Zeke with a nice gain to the 9, maybe the 8-yard line. I was watching, of course, I was watching some highlights back in the day and was watching the Zeke run from, I think it was his 2nd year against Cincinnati with like a 65-yard touchdown. I'm like, this guy does not have that speed at all anymore. He's lost that entirely.
He used to have great breakaway speed. That's what made him one of the best running backs in the game. 2nd and 3 here, Dilly. Lamb, 1-on-1.
2nd and 3.
Oh, they're
96.2% red zone scoring percentage. That's the 2nd best in the NFL. A pitch to Tony Pollard. He's going to cut, but he gets stopped. Maybe a gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up.
10-50
of course,
left in the first.
I'm going to keep up with the chat as best as I can. That was one of my worst things when I was here, but we'll try our best.
I got it too. Monty says,
cool.
Mitch, do you think there's a quarterback controversy? Okay, here's my problem. All right. Mac Jones was 23 for 27, and we scored 3 points on offense.
That's terrible. That's awful. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3.
Oh.
Turpin is in motion. Dak looking. He's going to throw to the end zone. Incomplete.
I'm going to pause for a little longer.
Yeah, probably like 3 or 4 more seconds will be perfect. And so it's 4th and 3. I don't think Mike McCarthy is going to go for it. He's going to kick a field goal. I would as well. But that's disappointing. That's a disappointing start. Your defense just played incredible to give you that field position. You're only coming up with 3 points.
Yeah. I mean, you could have worse starts, but yeah,
that's true.
That's a good start by the defense, not a great start by the offense. Kind of clutch stop by the Vikings for sure in the red zone.
So we got a 27-yard attempt. Brett Maher is good, which has surprisingly been a good theme this year for the Cowboys. That was not the case in 2019, but in 2022, knock on wood, he's been one of the better kickers, most consistent kickers in the league. So
they can kick now, Dilly.
I know. I was looking at his 2019 stats the other day, and I think he was 66% from field goals, which is dreadful. And I think he's only missed 2 kicks all year. I'm going to take a look at his stats here.
Monty, I think a big game for the offense is next week because the Vikings aren't a bad defense. They're not a good defense either. Like the Patriots have been playing really good defenses as of late, and that's obviously made our offense look really bad. We've been winning the games. It's made our offense look really bad. So I'd like to see how we look against an average defense instead of playing the best defenses in the league every week. Tori says, "What's up, guys?
What's going on? Yeah, this year Maher is 15 of 17, which is pretty good. It's only the 50-plus range where he's 4 of 6, but in 2019 he was 20 of 30. Mitch, 20 of 30. That's dreadful.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and
a lot of that. I feel bad for the kickers that always their coach always sends them out there for 58-yarders, so they have 5 more misses than they probably should because they miss all these kicks, but so it looks worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks bad here.
Is just bad in general.
Yeah, because it looks like he missed 4 from 50 plus. I mean, okay, whatever. But from 40 to 49, he was 1 for 5 in 2019ing, which is
that's terrible.
That's pretty bad. That's why we got rid of him.
Terrible for you guys though.
Oh, he was awful. I mean, coming into this year, I was like, we're going to be washed on the kicker position. We have nobody. And then they signed Maher last second, and I'm like, here we go again.
Those kickers with the range. they like the 55 to 60 yard guys, but they're not the most accurate sometimes. They're very streaky.
Which is terrible. Like,
Yeah.
that's not going to win you football games. I mean, of course, if you need a situation where like you got to kick it for the win, that's great. But I don't like that. Hopefully, Maher's kind of settled into this role, or like settled into like his hot streak he's got going on.
Yeah, I'd rather have a guy that can kick, like, he's money from like 45 in. So like I know that, but he doesn't have the greatest leg, so then I just go for it.
Yeah. If it's like 4th and 3 and it's like a 53-yard field goal, I'm like, all right, let's just get that, and then hopefully we can keep going. But this is a very conflicting game for me. I know I haven't said that about much, but I've already had multiple texts and phone calls today about this game, if that's any indication. As it is a touchback for the Vikings, so the Vikings are going to get the ball at the 25-yard line. Of course, Romo's calling the game too, so how many more conflict of interest can there be?
Of course he is. I miss Romo playing. I loved Romo. He was one of my favorites.
For so long as a Cowboys fan, we were treated to hate this man, and now ever since he's retired, it's like, I miss the guy. And you know what? I've been liking
way better than they ever gave him credit for.
He was. He just never. I mean, there was very few seasons where he even had a defense. That's why they couldn't go far, because they were just dreadful a lot of those years. And we got play action from Kirk Cousins. First down throw is incomplete. Hawkinson wants a flag, and he's going to get one.
Flag, ref.
He's going to get one. He's like, where is it?
Garbage.
Kelvin Joseph was on the coverage. I want to take a look at that replay. I'm pretty sure it was a pass interference, but you're right. It was late. It was very late. It was like TJ was looking for the flag, and then after he put his hands up, he finally got it.
I just want to give a shout out to the people in the chat who were here earlier. Harley Quinn says, I'm so proud of the BLV fam is growing. We legit had 700 plus in the chat. That was crazy. Thank you all so much. Your support and help me deal with my bipolarness. It's all good. You could be as bipolar as you want as long as you do it off air, Miss Harley Quinn. It's all good.
Correct. First down carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll get 1 second and 9 afterwards.
Shout out to Big Al. Shout out to Jake, who was here. Becca, who was here. Just so you guys know, I know you guys haven't been around long, but this guy, Dilly Vanilli, was a big part of this growing of the BLV in the early days, okay? It's the early days to me. It really is. Even though it wasn't. It was for a while.
It was. I mean, it was about a little over 3 years ago now. So that's as consistent, being a consistent member. So that's a long time. A lot of things have changed. Second and 8. Oh, Justin Jefferson, what a catch. The throw was a little behind him, but he makes the grab at midfield.
What would your game plan be if you're the Cowboys to stop that guy?
To stop that guy? I feel like he's one of those few guys in the league where you have to double team. You're going to have to put as much focus on him, because I know they've got other talent. Hawkinson is a big threat. Mm-hmm. Adam Thielen can have a game whenever he wants to. But I feel better as a defensive coordinator to go, okay, we limited Justin Jefferson to 3 or 4 catches versus, Adam Thielen has a bigger game. I'm allowing that in this situation because he's just so dynamic. He took over the game last week against Buffalo. As Dalvin Cook finds a hole, there is a flag. So that might be coming back, but it was a gain of 15 if not the case. I believe they're heading backwards, though. We'll have to wait and see.
If I would pull the old classic Belichick, I think I put Diggs on Thielen and I double Jefferson as much as possible. That's what I would do.
It was a holding on Carlos Watkins on the defense.
What is with the Cowboys and the penalties, bro? They take so many penalties.
Oh, I know. It's the most annoying thing you could ask for, honestly. But if it's pass interference on our guys, it's not. It doesn't exist apparently, according to the Green Bay game. Who knows? But yeah, penalty is negated. It's a first down. Let's see where the Vikings are at here.
8:55 left in the first quarter. They're at the
29-yard line. Kirk, he's in shotgun. He's going to throw it to the right and incomplete, too far for Jefferson. Diggs was on the coverage.
One-on-one with Jefferson, Dilly. That's a scary proposition.
That's a scary. That's all boom or bust right there. And with the guy like Justin Jefferson, I don't like the boom or bust coverage.
I
But
mean, I get it in the red zone. You know, Diggs has got that height. Maybe he doesn't give up so much of a speed advantage, although he was kind of holding him there. But it's all good.
yeah, it was a little bit. But
Little slickness there on the hold.
you know what? I guess I'll take that. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, everybody share this link. The second stream of the day can be tough because I know a lot of people don't get notifications because I start it right after. So make sure to share it with your friends, share it on your socials, get everybody out there, get the Discord coming in, get everybody in here, okay? 3rd and 6.
Jefferson. 3rd and 6, they give another pass to Justin Jefferson just there, who, by the way, another conflict is I have Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson in our league,
Ooh.
Mitch, and I need to get this win.
Everyone needs a win. Like, everyone's, like, within one.
Yeah, this is I'm the 9th seed, bro. I gotta get back in the playoffs position. It's a close game. 3rd and 6. Kirk rolling out to his left. He's throwing, and it's complete to Adam Thielen on the sideline.
Dallas.
Terrible coverage on the sidelines. Yes, Tori, the Cowboys mostly love drawing penalties. That's like their number one thing before anything else. Oh, and maybe perhaps a little bit of a late hit that wasn't called there on Dallas as well. But either way, Vikings with a big gain. 1st and 10. Parsons coming out to the sideline here on this play.
You know what's wild? You know what's shit. Never mind. Just keep going.
Okay. 1st and 10. We got a pitch to Dalvin Cook. He gets past one man to the 10 and to the 7-yard line. That's a good gain on 1st down.
Oh, man, this defense. What's up with this defense lately? They're not playing as well.
You know, the thing is, if they don't, I know this sounds dumb, but just hear me out. If they don't get sacks or they don't create turnovers, they're not a very bend or break defense. It's like they have to get the play or they're absolutely screwed because they just love giving up these like runs to the outside, which is another issue they're going to have to deal with on top of dealing with Jefferson.
When you play the Eagles and the Niners in the playoffs, it's going to be a little
Good luck with that.
Second and 3. Cousins to the end zone. He
incomplete. I think it went right through the hands of Hawkinson. He at least had his hands on it, but he wasn't able to catch it.
How do you know someone used to play for the Lions?
Is this a general question?
They dropped that, baby.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it was right. Yeah, it was right there. It was right there.
You know what's crazy, though? How the Bengals and the Steelers are playing like now. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's very strange. I have to keep up on that game, too, because I got Burrow in one of my leagues. 3rd and 3. Let's see what the Vikings come up with, or the defense for the Cowboys. Kirk throws to the end zone. Incomplete for Hawkinson again.
Loves Hawkinson.
They were throwing. That's what I like to see fantasy-wise, but I guess we're not going to get it here.
All good. Are they going to go for this? I don't think so.
I don't think you do, but I think you might think about it. You might think about it, but I don't think you do. Hawkinson. I mean, I like the route. I think it was just a bad throw, honestly.
It wasn't the greatest throw, no. Too much mustard on that baby. Greg Joseph to attempt it.
Greg Joseph, he is a little shaky, but I think 25 yards. You miss this, we got some issues. You know what I'm saying? And it's up and good. 3-3. 6:39 left in the first quarter.
How you feeling about that start?
Well, I'm glad they didn't give up a touchdown after some of those big explosive plays. Maybe that's going to be the key, some red zone defense, but that's shaky. That's shaky. You gave up a lot of big plays just then. They could escape one more, or Dalvin Cook has a nice run, and it could be 7-3. So they're going to have to step up.
That run defense has got to be better, man. They can't let them run all over them on a first down, especially.
Yeah.
Like, if you let the Vikings run all over you, then you got to deal with, okay, we got to try to stop the run. So now Justin Jefferson's one-on-one, and we're kind of effed. You know what I mean? So, thank you, Big Al. Appreciate that.
Big Al. Much appreciated.
Jake with the Let's Ride and the unicorn in the chat. That's nice.
Broncos country. Where are we going?
Mania. My goodness, what a win by the Lions. They destroyed the Giants today.
Thank you very much. That helps us out a lot, the Cowboys a lot.
Next week, when the Cowboys undoubtedly lose on
I know,
Thanksgiving.
because it's Thanksgiving. They can't win on Thanksgiving ever, dude. Oh. It's honestly my favorite and least favorite holiday of the year because,
That
like,
must
I'm ready.
suck, like, every time they lose.
Yeah. It's not even like good games that they lose. Well, I guess last year was a good game they lost, but like they never win. I can't tell you the last time they.
That was a good game last year. The Raiders
Yeah.
game?
It was like the offense was asleep for half the time, and then all of a sudden they decided to like play one of their best games of the year, and then they still lost because they didn't know how to play defense. Anthony Brown, I'm looking at you.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, Anthony Brown.
Pass interference. Like I think he had I don't know how many pass interference calls he had that game, but it was like an extreme amount.
Yeah, there was
Like
a
it was
lot.
just,
Like, it was crazy. I remember that.
yeah.
Javon says he's still hyped from the Pats win. Absolutely, man. I couldn't even, like, I don't know how I was processing that when that was happening. That was crazy. I didn't even, like, think about that as a possibility, a punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I just thought, like, okay, we're going to get the ball, and then we're going to, like, play super conservative, and the game's going to go to overtime. Like, that's 100% what I thought was going to happen. But
Well, and like I saw the play happening, and like he started to get yards. I'm like, okay, maybe they'll get to the 40, and then like, okay,
yeah.
try something and see how it goes. And then he's still getting yards. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And then takes it to the house, which was the first punt return for a touchdown all season. Can't believe that.
Really?
Yeah, first punt return touchdown
And
in
it
the
was
NFL
for
this
the
week.
win. That's
It was for
unreal.
the win. I was like, what? And we're getting good returns today too, because Cordero Patterson,
Yeah.
108-yard
Is
kickoff return for a
Patterson the
touchdown.
GOAT, Dilly?
He's got 9 kickoff returns for touchdowns. That's insane. That's the NFL record.
I think he
He's
might be
definitely
the best kick returner of all time.
absolutely the best kick returner. I can't. Now, Devin Hester's got
Devin
that step
Hester.
on him.
Yeah.
I mean, you returned 20 total touchdowns for, punt and kick.
The crazy thing about Patterson is the longevity, I think.
Yeah.
It's really hard to be that explosive and that fast for that long. Hester was more like he was just so dangerous within like 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 06 to like 2010, I think, is probably when it hit that peak, or like the end of it. 1st and 10 for Dak. Let's see how the Cowboys respond. Schultz gets a gain of 3, maybe 4 on the catch. Yes, I do remember when the Cowboys scored 0 points against the Colts. That was another dreadful performance in 2018. They play them in 2 weeks, but I think it's going to be a completely different game. Have you seen the Colts? They're not
That's a
that good.
classic Sing comment. He just throws out random games from random years and expects you to remember every game. Sometimes I remember them, sometimes I don't.
Yeah, it really just depends on if it was like a bad or good performance, which it was a bad one, to be fair. Pollard, up the middle, gains another 3 or 4. I think it'll be 3rd and 4 coming up.
All right.
I don't like seeing the Cowboys being so many 3rd down opportunities. I feel like that they get into so many of them. It is ridiculous. 3rd and 3. Looks like there might be some pressure coming in here. They drop back, and it's caught by Gallup. What a catch by Gallup. He holds on. He's still going to the 50.
Galloping!
Wow. What an effort. I like that.
That was a beautiful throw by Dak. I'll give Dak that. That was nice. But yeah, back to the 3rd down. I feel like, especially in this day and age in the NFL defensive coordinators are so like smart and they can confuse quarterbacks. Like that's where you don't want to be is in all these 3rd downs.
Yeah. Because if you look at the Packers, like 1st and 2nd down, they're pretty good. Like they still can get yards, but 3rd down, they are dreadful.
Especially
and I think
when you don't have like go-to receivers.
Yeah. But shout out to Christian Watson. I know they didn't win on Thursday, but that guy has been an absolute stud for him.
Bodo with the $20 super chat. Dilly, get the hair off your chin and put it on your head. He said,
I gotta do it. Well, I did just get a buzz cut about 2 weeks ago, so that's probably why it's short.
I like the buzz cut on Dilly.
Thank you.
I think it looks good.
Thank you. It's going to grow back.
Bodo's a long hair guy, though. But Bodo has like the 1998 Kane hair.
Which is goated hair. I got to give it that. That
Yeah.
98 Kane was on fire. So Cowboys are at the 46-yard line. Pollard going to run it. And he's going to keep going to the 37-yard line. He's tripped up by Harrison Smith, but what a run. That's what I'm talking about. Pollard, got to keep it going.
Who's better, Cousins or Dak, asked Ben. That's a very good question. I feel like the comments of Dak being Black Kirk Cousins is pretty fair. I don't know. I don't know about Dilly, but
I think there's a lot of similarities. To be fair, I think they both have throws where they're like, that's an excellent throw. Mm-hmm. Like that's just top tier stuff. Mm-hmm. And then Pollard spins out. He's still going to the 20 to the 16-yard line.
That was a replay.
No, it's another play. It was first down.
No, it was, but I thought it was a replay when it started.
Oh, okay. Like you just have it was almost the same. Yeah, it was almost the same run.
You got honestly. A little like spinorama.
I love it. I'm sorry, Zeke has not done that. I think somebody like in the stats they said he's had one rush of over 20 yards this year, and I was like, when did that happen? I forgot that didn't happen.
Did the other team just move out of the way?
On this drive alone, Pollard has 3 carries for 43 yards. They're going to still have him in the backfield, but are they going to go to him again? No, they're not. They're going to throw a slant to Gallup, who has to climb the ladder. What a cash there.
What do you think of Gallup coming back from the major injuries?
He's a guy that should be a good number 2, but he just hasn't been contributing a lot since he's come back. Like they just have not either been going to him or he's been really covered. I think he's got the talent to be like I said, a setup number 2. It's just we got to see more of it personally.
Yeah,
but then
it might be. Is he the same player? Like that's kind of what I'm wondering. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's probably lost the long game right now. But if you throw him in short term, he's going to be good. CeeDee escapes the first tackle and gets to the 2-yard line. That is a good play by CeeDee. He could have been stopped in the backfield right there for a loss of 1, but he was able to escape the tackle and get to the 2-yard line. But also back to the Kirk and Dak discussion. Like I said, they can throw excellent throws, and then other times I'm like, you just made the most boneheaded throw of the day, and you both annoy me on personal levels. So
that was like Cousins all of the Bills game, like the 4th down throw, but then the other absurd throws to win the game.
And it was like he had to get them up there to win the game for him. And Pollard gonna rush.
Now you put Zeke in there, Dilly, so he can do his little snake thing he does, and he gets in the end zone.
I would have had him here too, and if they go for a 2nd down run, I would have gone for Zeke as well. But I don't think they're going to. Zeke's on the sideline still with his terrible. May I just point out his terrible visor? Okay, I'm not a fan of it.
What's up with these new helmets the Cowboys wear? Tony Pollard's wearing.
I kind of like it, but I also don't. I don't love it. I don't know. There's something about it. And Pollard trying to get in. He's trying to get in. He doesn't get in. It's 3rd and goal. Man. I'm begging them to score.
3rd and goal at the 1.
God.
And they got to go for this at 4th.
Oh, yeah. If it's 4th down, you got to go for it. Have to go for it. Otherwise, you're just showing them that you're weak.
You know what they never do? They never run quarterback power with Dak or anything like that. They never run a Josh Allen run with Dak. You know what I mean?
If they do a run like that, they kind of here comes
there he is! There he is! What'd I say? What'd I say? Zeke!
He's eating. See, that's why you have Zeke in the game. We were just talking about this. 2 runs. Pollard, he's more dynamic out of the range. Zeke, he's more in the inside game. He only needed 1 yard. Who better on 3rd and goal in in this generation than Zeke? That's all I gotta say.
Other than Cam Newton, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. That was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. Took a little over 5 minutes.
Cowboys been moving the rock.
And there it is. The extra point is good for Maher. It's a 10-3 lead with 1:26 left in the first quarter. Bodo, I'm actually graduating next month. It's less than about 3 or 4 weeks away, actually, which is why I cut the hair That's why I'm doing it. It's a crazy time right now, honestly.
Or you got a lot of
Uh,
work right now, or what?
yeah, so I'm an intern. I'll try to keep I'll try to keep my details not too detailed if somebody ever was to see where I'm at right now. But yeah, I work at the NBC station here in Lubbock as an intern, and hopefully here in the next 2 weeks I get a full job. So
Nice.
yeah, it's going pretty well. And then right now it's kind of like my break. Like this week's my break because we're about to hit Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I got to work Monday and Tuesday, but the rest of the week is chill. Then I got one more week after that, and then it's finals week, and that's where it's like, you know,
Yeah,
that's where
it's
things got to
tough.
get done.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, but it's the last one, so
Yeah, just gotta power through like Zeke in the red zone.
exactly. That's where I'm driving to. I'm at the 5. I'm right there. I know Zeke's got it for me. I just got to push it through. But then yeah, then I'm gonna take a little break after during Christmas, and hopefully start of the new year, get the job going.
That's kind of interesting that it ends around Christmas. Is it? Is it a semester thing?
Yeah, it's a semester thing. So the internship ends like a few days before the semester actually. Well, no, it's the day of the semester ending. And then my goal is to like, take a few weeks off before I sign a contract kind of thing.
Hmm.
And then the start of the new year is when I would start. So,
Nice, man. Hey, everybody
yeah.
give a shout out to Dilly in the chat.
Thank you.
Jake
Thank you.
says, Broncos country, let's ride. Us Denver fans need a win for our mental health.
Yes. They do. Let's ride, baby.
Thank you for the $5, Jake. Appreciate that, man.
Thank
One
you very
fat
much.
nut says, if you guys are into fantasy, what do you think about this trade? I gave
Okay.
up CMC, Zeke,
Ooh.
Judy, and Trevor Lawrence for Russell Wilson, Aaron Jones, and Jamar. Who's Jamar? Oh, Chase. Who calls
Chase.
Jamar? Anyways. I needed
Jamar.
a receiver, had lots of injuries this year. Well, Chase needs to play, bro. So, personally, I don't love it because Chase is hurt right now. But,
Dang.
I mean, it depends where you're at. Like, if you're already in the playoffs or whatever, I think it's fine. What do you think?
I'm not a huge fan of it, but if you need, yeah, like you said, if you're in the playoffs and you kind of just need some talent going forward, that's not bad. Chase, we'll start getting you there eventually, just not right now.
Bodo says,
Big Al, yes.
congratulations. I'm so proud of you. You've done well. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Bodo. Much appreciated. We're going for it. And yes, I do go to Texas Tech for everybody that's wanting to know. As the kick return gets to the 20. Yeah, so I got my
games
major.
at Texas Tech, Dilly.
Yeah. I'm going to my last one on Saturday that I'm not covering. It's against Oklahoma. So
Nice.
yeah, I actually went to a game at Oklahoma State this year. I know you went to a Texas Alabama game at the start of the year.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I went to Oklahoma State with my buddy. We drove up there.
Nice.
So that was a lot of fun, even though we didn't win. It was close. It was a nice experience. But yeah, last one before I get to actually start covering games. So first down at the 21-yard line. Let's see how Minnesota responds. Dalvin Cook gets the carry. He'll rush his way for a gain of 3. Armstrong had the tackle like at the line, but Dalvin was able to push forward for a couple. They're showing a replay for a screen pass from Joe Burrow that got all the way in for the
I was
touchdown.
looking at their unis. I was like, who's that? What team is that?
Who's going in there? Like it's like white chocolate. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something about it. 2nd and 7, fake to Dalvin Cook. Kirk gonna throw, and they're caught. That's Adam Thielen to the 40-yard line.
Come on, Dallas defense.
The Dallas defense. Again, I feel like it's just gonna be a lot of getting burned and then having to.
These corners are just trailing all game, bro.
Oh yeah, it's a problem. Especially, of course, who else but Anthony Brown on the coverage? Who else but Anthony Brown doing his job?
Like Baker Mayfield. No.
Could have told you that at the start. I know this man doesn't like Baker. To be fair, I don't either.
Yard line.
All right. Out of the was in motion with a pitch to Cook, who gets a gain of 3. Van Der Esch on the tackle.
How did I think Mac was? I thought Mac was okay. He probably took too many sacks, but that was mostly the O-line just being absolute ass. Can't block anybody. He was okay, though. I mean, again, like 23 for 27, 245 against the Jets is not bad. We could have used more big plays, but, like, I don't really think our offense is on Mac. I think it's a combination of Patricia is mentally ill. The O-line is just struggling, and we've got injuries. And, yeah, like, we're playing good defenses. The Jets are a good defense, but we should have scored more than what we scored. I mean, we missed a couple field goals. We got inside their territory a couple times and then couldn't convert. So I don't think it was all on Mac. I thought he played pretty well, but I didn't think he played, like, amazing or anything. Did you see what games did you see earlier, Dilly?
I was watching the Detroit and Giants game for a little bit. I got to catch a little bit of the Atlanta game here at the end. What was the other game? There was and the Eagles Colts game. Those were the ones I watched the majority of. Which was a disappointing end, I must say. Thank you, Colts. Much appreciated.
I was cheering for the Eagles because I had them in bets. So.
I mean, that's a pretty good bet, I would say. Well, I guess right up to the end. That's
No, I was scared.
Yeah, I would be too. I mean, literally 4th and 2. You know, they had to get that to
is that what
keep
happened?
it going.
I don't even know what happened. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was 4th and 2 at the 9. Like just at the 2-minute warning, they had to get it to pretty much keep the game alive, and they got a 3-yard rush from Jalen Hurts, and then it was first and goal, and they got the touchdown at the end with like a minute and a half left, and then the Colts, of course, they couldn't get all the way down the field for a field goal. Are you kidding me? That team?
Matt Ryan?
Yeah, he got sacked, and then it was like
Ryan couldn't run down the field for a scramble 39-yarder for the win.
Hey man, I'm telling you, that was Matty Ice. He had ice in his veins again on that run. He sure didn't have it today, but you know, it was nice to see for once.
More to do with the
Raiders. Hey, Nicholas Gill, I haven't heard that man ages. What's up, man? See you again. Seeing a lot of these guys from back in the day.
Bodo, Nick, still hanging around.
You'll love to see it.
What's a name you remember from the chat, Dilly?
There's a lot of names. I'm trying to. I have to go back and like think about it. Dirk Hansen, of course. Well, you know, you got Dirk Hansen. It's been a minute. You know, I need to get back on that.
Dirk Hansen in the Discord, but he's world famous now, so he doesn't show up.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. This is a shocking stat. No first quarter touchdowns allowed by the Cowboys through 10 games. I cannot believe that as a defense that's like since we've been watching. Nah, I don't believe it.
They've been a good D the last 2 years. That's it.
Yeah. That's about it. I don't know. I don't want them to show this stat. 14-0 when leading after the first quarter since 2021. That's how the Cowboys have been.
Why did they did that to the Patriots today too? I was pissed.
Really?
They're like, we want the Patriots to lose this game, so we're gonna show a stat that is like overly positive, you know? Like whenever they show like the kicker is made like 14
making all these kicks.
Yeah.
That's what they did the Cowboys last week. They were 149-0 when like the fourth quarter lead of 14 plus, and then we lost. I was like, thanks. Really appreciate that. I mean, to be fair, it was all on the Cowboys, but really didn't help us out there.
Do people keep complaining that my mic is too low? Is it low for
really?
you?
No, I can hear you perfectly. I don't know. 3rd and 3 coming up here. This is a big play. Kirk, he's looking, and there's no more time left. The Cowboys get the sack. They put the pressure on there. I think it's going to be a half sack for Armstrong and Parsons. Wendy says you are very low. I'd have to hear. Maybe if I put it on what I hear on the computer. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I'm connected to this microphone still. That's funny.
I mean, maybe it's because I have echo cancellation on. I don't know. Is it good now? Is it better now, guys? I don't want to get it too. I don't want to get it too loud because I turned it up a couple shows ago and it was too loud and it was like overdoing it. So I don't I'd rather it be low than overdo it, but
Mm-hmm. Turpin's going to get a return. He's one of the best punt returners in the league, and he can only get to the 15-yard line. He pretty much just ran to the right as much as he could. Okay, Brandon says you're good now.
Weird. Maybe it is the echo thing, because I have them coming through the computer, so I don't have to wear headphones or anything. Yeah, so Cowboys ball. Good start so far for the Cowboys.
Yeah, this is a team that can be very streaky, so hopefully maybe the momentum carries and they I maybe should turn down my computer audio. That'd be sick. Actually create? There we go. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the Cowboys can respond here on offense. They can do it, and sometimes they struggle to keep the momentum going. So we're going to see how it goes. Okay, they said it's getting better now, so I think you're good.
Okay.
Vocally.
Hopefully I'm good.
The chat says right now, the poll was posted. Who will win? 56% of you say the Vikings will pick up the victory.
Ooh.
Of course, as Cowboys fan, because a Cowboys fan, I don't know how I feel about that. I didn't vote for it. Maybe I did. Either way, still 56%. I did vote. But yeah, I don't know. But maybe the Vikings, they're another team that also gets really hot in the second half. That's the other thing I noticed is that they kind of come out slow sometimes. Maybe the first drive is usually pretty good, but other times they are a fourth quarter team, as proven by the Bills game last week.
Yeah, I mean, that was so fortunate. That was so fluky, Dilly. Like, they fumbled the ball for a not even a safety, Dilly. A touchdown.
Let me tell you my emotions of that last week, because
you
that
were
was not
probably going nuts.
Oh, I was actually. So the 4th and goal happened, and they didn't get the touchdown. So I was like, all right, whatever. I was working on cooking something. My dad called me, and we got the game was still going on, and it was about 10-15 second delay. He goes, the Bills just fumbled in the end zone. I'm like, no, they didn't. Don't lie to me like that. So then I had to go back to the living room. I had to watch it, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I thought it was over. So,
yeah, I thought it was over too. I was doing the commentary for the game, and I was like, I was thinking all of the possible things that could happen, and I never mentioned. Like, I didn't in the Patriots game. I didn't mention a punt return for a touchdown. I didn't mention, the Bills are going to fumble the ball and they're going to score a touchdown. Like, that's not what I was thinking.
So the ball at the Dallas 17-yard line. Dak has got all the time in the world.
Where is Dak going?
He runs around the sack. He was going to get sacked for sure. He's still thinking about it.
What is he doing?
Forward for a gain of 1. Jesus.
Bro.
Oh my goodness. He had me scared. He literally had all the time in the world, and then he ran into a man going the other direction, which could have been an easy sack. Then he escaped. Then he was still looking for ages and decided to run instead of throwing the ball away. What an unbelievable gain of 1. So 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line. Thank you, Dak, for that. They got Zeke in the game. Noah Brown completes. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up. Now, Noah Brown is an interesting guy. He was basically Cooper Rush's main target because they were both on the number 2 squads, and he was throwing to him more than CeeDee, which was kind of the question of, is CeeDee a real number 1? Which I don't know has actually still been determined, to be fair.
He's a real number 1. What the heck are these people? Have they seen the Patriots receivers?
Well, that's definitely different. Pollard scampers through, gets the first down run. Patriots receivers are a whole different breed of receivers. They're not good. they just don't do anything, to be fair.
Caesar says Dak is concerning me all season. Caesar's a Cowboys fan. He has been concerned about Dak. I've been a little concerned about Dak too, but I like I said, I think it's more like Dak is, of course, better with more weapons and has never really proven himself to be like a great quarterback without those weapons, but he looks better in this game.
Zeke gain of nothing.
That was an explosive Zeke.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, he found the hole, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm going to run forward." But that's the other thing too. I noticed about Zeke. He's a very forward runner, which means he trips very easily, and therefore does not get many long runs as a result. 2nd and 2.
I'll take 8 yards.
That's just how he runs. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I want that more than his classic 3. It's usually
here it is.
Zeke.
Oh!
1. Oh, wait a minute.
No!
Did the ball pop out there? Did the ball pop out? They're talking
down.
about it. They're discussing it.
Down.
I think he was down.
Get out of here with your skull. Your skull.
A skull. Funny enough, I went to a Cowboys Vikings game in 2019 when they were playing here, and that was the weirdest experience of my entire life because as a Vikings, second team, I had to cheer for them. But the one section we were in was full of Vikings fans, so it was skull all the way through. And then
you were cheering for the Vikings?
No, I wasn't cheering for them until they won. No, I'm just kidding. The Vikings won that game, which is pretty. I think that's the only time Dak has lost to the Vikings in his career. Well, no, hold on. Talk about that in a second.
Zeke, come on, Zeke! Let's go! First down!
Wow, that was. You know what was classic about that is he got stopped to begin with, and then just bullied his way for a gain of 1.
That tells me that Zeke is kind of healthy now, because I don't think a hurt Zeke would be able to push the pile.
Yeah. It was nice to see, honestly, because I was a little nervous he wasn't going to get that, and especially getting 8 on the first down run, and then highlights Terrence Steele, the college. Where'd he go to? Texas Tech. That's right.
Wow.
One of the best players. Go
Dak to the air.
Dak. He's running around.
Hey!
And it's complete the shot. There is a flag, which pretty much means
it's on Dallas because Dallas takes too many penalties, Dilly.
Probably the case. Considering how early that came out, that's my initial thought as well, is that it was on Dak, or it was on Dallas. Oh, no, it was on the defense. The penalties decline. Result of the play was illegal contact on Andrew Booth.
Let's go.
Who was covering Schultz, I believe, on that coverage. No, he wasn't. He was covering Michael Gallup. Harrison Smith was the one that was trailing Dalton Schultz. So it's a first down for Dallas. That's 6 straight completions for Dak. Watch him miss the next one because they brought it up on television just as we were talking about. Let's see how that goes. Patrick Peterson is on CeeDee, but it doesn't matter because it's a Pollard run to the outside that goes nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1. And for the update on the Bengals and Steelers, Najee Harris, a 19-yard rushing touchdown, ties the game at 10 for them. And we're going to get that highlight right now, Mitch. There you go. I think, oh my goodness, he hurdled a man. Wow, nice run.
It's tied?
It's tied. It's tied at 10.
What are the Bengals doing?
The Bengals, let's say this right now, are the streakiest team in the league, Mitch. They can win one game so impressively, and then the next game play down to their opponent.
I can't stand it.
2nd and 9. Pollard, he hesitated and then cuts through, and he's still fighting. My goodness. Only a gain of 3, but he was fighting as long as he could. The last time the Cowboys won a Thanksgiving game was 2018. That doesn't surprise me, but also saddens me.
What was the game? Who was playing? Who are they playing?
If I'm going to have to guess, I'm going to guess that's Washington, but I'm going to...
Didn't they lose to Washington too once? Like really bad?
Yep. Well, the one I can remember is that game against RG3, where we lost that game. That was like 2012. That was a long time ago, to be fair. 3rd and 6 coming up. I'm going to search Thanksgiving here as soon as I get a chance, but this is an important play. And, did they get the ball off in time? According to them,
Dak! Keeper!
He's still going to the 32-yard line. They might have got away with the delay of game, but
they pulled the Tom Brady.
They pulled the Tom Brady. And you know what? I think Pollard would have also got the first down. There was a lot of space in that. Like, he would have got through that hole. But regardless, Dak with the wheels. You don't see it very often, but when he does it, I don't like him taking that hit, to be fair, but what can you do? So that is the fifth play of 10-plus yards for the Cowboys. They're at the 32-yard line. This has been a long drive for them, over 6 minutes already. That's what they've been doing, time of possession.
CeeDee!
And they're going to swing it out to CeeDee Lamb. But there is a flag, of course. Why wouldn't there be?
Come on!
Why
the Cowboys are moving the ball at will, Dilly. At will.
At will. You're right. I want to know. I want to know what the call is about. Of course, we don't have the audio. It is on the Cowboys. Probably illegal. Oh, it's a legal shift.
A legal shift is probably my least favorite penalty.
Yeah,
it's
not
there.
Great. Yeah, Terrence Steele. Oh, man. He just put his hand up for like half a second and then put his hand back down. Unbelievable. You got to be kidding me, Mitch. What's going on with that?
Come on, Cowboys.
So, first and 15 now from the 37. There was Lamb back in motion again, but the Vikings defense rushes through, and it's a loss of 3.
6:30 left in the second quarter, up 7. I mean, they're in a good spot. At least get into field goal range here.
You got to get in the field goal range. Right now, I think you are. Yeah, actually, now you're probably a couple yards back.
You're a little far, yeah.
That 5 yards really killed them, and then the loss of 2. I'll tell you wait, is this correct? I think this is correct for Cowboys Thanksgiving. 2nd and 17. Dak. Got to hand it off to Zeke on a draw, and he'll get 6.
They're lucky that was a 6-yard. I was just going to crucify them for running that play on 2nd and 17. I hate runs on 2nd and 17, Billy. Hate it.
I agree. I do too. It's the worst call in the league. Yes, the last game the Cowboys won was a 31-23 victory over the Redskins. That's what they were called at the time.
You got it.
In 2018. 3rd and 12. Dak's looking. He's going to throw to the sideline. Incomplete for Gallup. He would have been short of the line.
It's almost like you're a fan that you got that right. Almost.
Yeah, almost. I don't know.
KD says, was good, Mitch. Told you we can trust my Pats. Of course, KD.
Of course.
I was going to be so mad if we lost that game, though, because I thought we dominated that game. We only won because of a punt return.
So here goes Brett Maher for a 53-yard field goal. Let's see if he can make. We were talking about him. Maher's kick is
what a kick!
It is good. It's good.
That's a drill.
Hey, now I'm gonna keep knocking on wood every time this man kicks a field goal.
That is a big 3 right there, Dilly. That's a big 3.
Yeah. Agreed. That's a 2-possession game. Of course, it's still early in the game, but knowing you have that with such a long drive too, you got to put some points on the board. So that is nice to see.
Do I want the Lions to beat the Bills on Thanksgiving? Yeah, I do. Do I think it's going to happen? Absolutely, positively not. I do not think it's going to happen.
No.
But
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, I'm gonna have a good Thanksgiving. Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. Like I said, that was the other game I was watching, and of course I had Saquon in my league, so I had to pay attention. Then all of a sudden I was like, when did the Lions start creating this lead? Oh, it's even larger now. What's going on? Yeah. And then Lions are just one of those teams that I'm glad I'm not a fan of, because I enjoy watching either how good or how bad they are from week to week. They're just an entertaining watch, if that makes sense. Now, if I'm a Lions fan, yeah. If I'm a Lions fan, I hate it. This is the worst life I could have possibly chosen. But since I'm not a Lions fan, I can just enjoy them for what they are.
I don't disagree.
I don't know what this painting is, to be fair, Bodo. This is one of my roommates. This is what happens when you have 4 roommates. They put up stuff, and I don't get.
Are you by yourself right now?
I got another roommate in the apartment right now, but 2 of them are gone for for family this week, so
right.
it's about as close to myself as I can.
You got 4 roommates, eh?
Or three roommates. Sorry,
three and yourself, 4 people.
Yeah.
How is that? 3 roommates.
It's interesting. It's with people I know. Like it's been one of my buddies since 6th grade and his brother. So like, it's not like I live with 3 random people, but It's nice. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'll tell you that much. Some days it's good. Some days interesting.
Some days interesting.
You never know. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Okay. Bengals driving 10-10 game. Steelers are tied despite Kenny Pickett having 48 yards. It's 10-10.
Broncos
at the 4-yard line. That's Dilly's former team. Russell Wilson 13 for 15, 148.
Hey, I was a Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's my favorite quarterback of all time. That's all I gotta, keep it going. Sprite Zero. Gotta keep it nice for the group.
Sprite Zero.
Thanks, Jake.
Do you notice a big difference between Sprite Zero and Sprite?
No, and that's why it's my favorite. Like, what do you call it? Zero sugar drink in the game, honestly, because they taste almost the exact same.
He's the best in the game, eh?
Best in the game, I'm telling you.
Thanks, Jake. Appreciate the $2, bro. Russ is throwing some dimes. Broncos playing good. Jake, I'm going to let you have your fun because you haven't had fun all year. I'm not going to say a single word about like how terrible the Raiders defense is. They've got bad players, undrafted players, street free agents. Not going to say a single word about how bad the Raiders are. But you have fun, bro.
I'm gonna go with no comment. I'm gonna let that comment stand for Mitch right there. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Vikings. How will they respond? They'll start off with play action. Kirk, he's looking. Pressure's in his face. He's going to throw a long ball.
No way.
And did he get both feet? No, he did not. TJ Hawkinson did not catch
for
it.
Fantasy purposes.
I did. I was thinking to myself, if you're going to catch that ball, you better do it for my fantasy league. He got the right foot in, but he did not get the left. And of course, who was on the coverage? Anthony Brown. You better know it.
That was great coverage. Forced him out of bounds, Dilly. I don't know what you're talking about. 16 minutes of possession to 8 minutes. Double yards.
Their last drive, Mitch, was almost as long as the Vikings have had the ball all game, according to their stat line, which is interesting. Bodo with the $4.99 donation. Thank you, Bodo. He said, Mitch, be lying.
What'd I lie about? I didn't lie about a single thing.
If it's about that Raiders comment, he wasn't lying. That's all I got to say. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what he meant, but he wasn't lying on that, my man.
Gordon fumbled on the 1 for the 8th time this year. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. That's, when I saw the Seahawks game and they couldn't get that 4 downs and then Gordon fumbled at the 1. That's when I knew there could be some trouble heading towards the Broncos country. 3rd and 8. Mm-hmm. The Vikings desperately need a first down.
Get him! Get him!
The pressure is coming, and they're going to have to throw it late. Who else but Micah Parsons rushing through? Hold it through. Hey. Micah, get it done. I didn't wear the Micah shirt today. I'm actually wearing a Trayvon Diggs shirt. I don't know if anybody can tell. But I've been wearing the Parsons recently.
Now that you've said it.
Yeah, I guess you can't really. It's just
I see it.
Total yards in this quarter: Cowboys 53, Vikings 1. Yes, that is an actual stat. 4th and 8 coming up here, and a punt is away. Of course, the Cowboys have been known to block punts in the last 2 years, but no go on this one. This was not a very good punt. They get it at the 41-yard line. So, excuse me.
I like your punt returner.
Yeah, Turpin, he is electric.
Yeah.
He is. He
He's
was
a
this
quick
close to
little
having that.
mother effer.
He was this close to having the first punt return for a touchdown this year, but he got stopped at like the 30, I think. He was like the punter to beat. Too bad. I guess the Patriots have to hold that one. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. That's such a Patriots thing. They got to.
Lost field goal from the Broncos. They couldn't even score.
And then he says, "Let's ride."
Let's ride, my bro. Let's ride.
Let's go.
If it's any consolation, I'll put on my Manning Broncos jersey just for you. And then,
17-10 Bengals. P. Ryan, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was another passing touchdown as well. Or not a rushing, but another receiving touchdown for him, too.
Who has that on the bingo card?
That's what I have in my bet. No, I'm just kidding. I've been wanting to get back into the betting game, but I haven't done it just yet. Haven't committed myself to it just yet.
Are you telling me you didn't put your life savings on the Cowboys today?
I think that would actually give me a heart attack. So no, I didn't. that is one thing. That's one thing I've noticed is that I can bet for random people all I want, but I will never bet for the Cowboys or the Vikings or anybody that I like actually cheer for because it would be the worst time of my life. It's all.
Yeah.
Bodo says, do I need to send you a Bodo jersey? Well, I got plenty of jerseys, but I can always add a jersey to the rack, Bodo. I am not opposed.
Hold on.
Oh no, here we go. What's Mitch bringing out here?
Can I find it is the question.
He said I gotta find the equipment. It's 10-7 Broncos at half. Which is not that surprising. Derek Carr's 12 for 14, 137 yards and a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 13 carries, 65 yards. I wish he would have a touchdown, but okay, control. Oh, wait a minute. The Bodo 47? Oh, man. I like that. I like that.
Isn't that a beauty?
That's hot. That's hot. I like that.
Fire.
Whew. I don't know if I can continue. I gotta rest up for a minute. All right.
13-3. Cowboys looking good. Defense playing well. Dilly.
Yes, they absolutely are. They have not allowed a single thing to the Vikings in the second quarter at all. And now they get an excellent field position at the 40-yard line. They got to capitalize.
Big play here.
It's play action on first down. Dak's got time. He rolls out. He fakes the throw. Now he's going to run again. Dak to the 45. My goodness, I don't like the dive. I'm just very concerned. I don't want this man to be hurt at all.
What do you mean? I thought your backup was going to be better than your starter. Everyone was telling me for like 5 weeks.
I know, right? And then they saw the Eagles game and they shut up real quick. I played into the meme a little bit. I said QB1 once or twice on the Twitter, but
okay.
There
he is. He's ready to go.
Why are they highlighting this man? What? Just because he got? They literally highlighted him as soon as they came back. I'm like, come on, bro, let's stop. 2nd and 6.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what a catch! Dang, Ferguson with the catch there. One thing that I like about the Cowboys this year is that even though Schultz is the number one, they've been using 3 tight ends a lot. So you got Ferguson. Hendershot has been surprisingly good this year. And then, of course, Schultz, who's been a favorite target of Dak's, which was something that he was missing during the Cooper Rush game. That's another thing you got to think about is that when Cooper Rush is the QB, he had his certain targets, and Schultz just wasn't one of them. So 3rd and 3, and Pollard rushes through. Look at that. Do you see that?
They're running the ball like crazy right now.
And you know what? It's working. It's taking a lot of time off the clock, which is one thing, but they're also getting the first downs when they need to.
Keeping Jefferson's bum on the sidelines. They got 5.8 yards per carry with Tony P here.
Woo, 5.8. Don't mind if I do.
Why does Tony Pollard sound like a gangster from like a gangster film? Tony Pollard.
1st and 10. Oh, what a throw and catch. Zeke. CeeDee Lamb. I don't know what I was talking about.
Come on.
That's a gain of 8. Two different plays.
You're talking about the lamb, not the goat, bro. Come on.
Talking
All
about the
right.
go. All right, 2nd and 2.
Checking my
That was only
fantasy.
CeeDee's second catch of the game because, like we've been talking about, they pretty much had been focused on the run more than
Really?
anything else. Yeah,
I feel like he has more than that. Oh.
right, right. You would think, but they've been running the ball. They're going to
Oh, he
peak again.
fell!
He fell. I think he got one, but he definitely did not get the first down. Excuse me. And it's a 2-minute warning. So we'll see how that comes back 3rd and 1. You would expect them to run again, but
Yeah, I think they will. The success they've had, I think they do it again.
yeah. Do I remember when the Cowboys lost to the Broncos last year? I feel like you're trying to, like, I don't know, make me
He
feel back to
does
some
that
bad
all the
memories.
time. He's like,
I feel like
Mitch, do you remember when the Patriots lost this game? Like, shut up, Sing.
I feel like he's trying to get us to have some bad memories. I'm like, man, I'm having a good time. I don't want to think about that game. That game sucks. That was even worse than the Colts one, in my opinion. That's when I knew this team couldn't win that year because we got exposed.
Jordan, I would say they split pretty evenly usually, but Zeke's coming back from injury, so Tony's gotten more carries. I would say that Tony is maybe like 60-40, 40 Zeke now. Something like that.
Yeah. I think before the injury, it was the vice versa. It was
Yeah.
60-40 Zeke. And now with the injury, yeah, you're right. It's been more like a lot more Pollard. And also, with Zeke out for 2 games and Pollard having as good of a 2-game stretch as you could ask for, they have to give him the ball more. So I think it just kind of goes hand in hand.
How do you feel about that? Like, I feel like a lot of Cowboys fans have been saying for years Tony should be the lead back.
So it's a double-edged sword because you should be playing him more. He's so explosive. He can make, he's one of those guys in the league where if he gets a good enough hole, he could take it to the house on almost any run.
Yeah.
But you're paying Zeke this astronomical amount of money. You're not going to just sit here and be like, Zeke, let's just go ahead and sit you on the bench, buddy. It's like, it's not going to happen. So you have to create a playbook kind of designed for Zeke and a playbook designed for Pollard. And if you work it in well and mix it well, then you're looked at as a good offensive coordinator and a good offensive team. Yeah. And sometimes they can do that, and other times I'm like, why did you even try? It's just one of those things.
Yeah, I think there's, like I've said, I feel like Pollard, to me, like Pollard is ideally like that great change of pace back because you want to keep him explosive, but he's proven to be so good that you want to give him, you want him to be the lead guy with Zeke now. But like, I don't think you want to like overuse him too.
Yeah.
Or really any back for that matter, but I do think Zeke, like short yardage, pass protection stuff, like he's good in certain things still, even though he's not nearly as explosive as Pollard. So I think like having a decent enough balance does work for the team.
3rd and 1. It's coming up. I keep saying this every time, but it is a big play for both the Cowboys offense and the Vikings defense, but they get it. And who else but Zeke? Again, as we were just discussing, certain plays you're going to call for Zeke and certain plays you're going to call for Pollard. And on 3rd and 1, who are you calling? I'm calling Zeke almost every time on that scenario.
I'm calling Ghostbusters, bro.
Well, yeah. I mean, I got to call them too. That's pretty important. We got a timeout on the field for the Vikings.
Commercial already? What the?
There's a timeout immediately after.
Did I pick the Bears? Did I pick the Falcons to beat the Bears? I picked the Falcons, yeah, in a close game.
And it was.
Yes, 27-24. I think my score was 28-27, so I was close.
Close.
27-24 was very much in the ballpark of what I was thinking. I did not think the Ravens would beat the Panthers 13-3. I did not think that was going to happen.
No, did not. I didn't think so either. That was a dreadfully bad game that I fortunately did not watch most of. They're still running the ball when Zeke gets to the 30-yard line. Now, I know they have time, but I would go ahead and start throwing the ball.
Would you?
And the Vikings call another timeout. Interesting. I don't know what their game plan.
I like managing the clock here. Only one timeout left for the Vikings. I think 2nd and 7.
I think you throw on 2nd.
You could do either. I'd be fine. Honestly, I'm fine with either.
Okay.
If you do run it though, do the Vikings call a timeout here, or do they not?
Maybe I think yeah. Right? I think it's one of those things you're gonna have to. Maybe it just depends on how many yards they get. It's gonna be an interesting call. Excuse me. They've only thrown 2 passes on this drive, but they're gonna throw on this one. 2nd and 7. Of course, smart. It's Pollard, but he gets to the outside and he's got space.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Pollard! What a play!
Where was the defense, Dilly?
I don't understand.
Where'd they go?
I don't understand. There's Kevin O'Connell. He said, "What just happened, boys? He just threw basically a lateral pass for 20 yards for a touchdown, 30 yards for a touchdown."
That was a Dak Prescott special right there. No, just kidding.
Shout out to Dalton Schultz for the block. That set up the space past 10 yards for Pollard to get in the end zone. And unbelievably,
right now, Josh Allen's watching this game like, well, how do we lose to the Vikings?
And the extra point is good, so it is a 3-score game, Mitch. 20-3.
20-3. Cowboys blowing the doors off this football team.
Dak said, "Let's go." He's got his famous pump.
Jason says, "Let's go, boys." Caesar says, "Let's go."
I might have to leave for a second. The Pops is calling. I'll be right back.
Exotic says, "OMG. Cowboys. All the way." I'm happy right now. I got the Cowboys -1.5, so I'm feeling good. Let's go, Cowboys. Just don't choke, please. Please don't choke. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea, Bodo. Blowout Dallas, says Bodo. Nice jacket. Jacket? I'm wearing a hoodie. I wouldn't really consider this a jacket, but thank you. This is, I don't want to say I'm shocked by the game so far. Like, I did think Dallas would win. 20-3 though is commanding. 20-3 is impressive by the Cowboys. So they're playing really, really well. I mean, they've gotten the stop so far. They've ran the ball exceptionally well, kept the Vikings on the sidelines, thrown it when they needed to. And the Vikings defensively just don't look good. Gashing plays left and right and left and right and center. Offensively, they haven't been able to put together drives. Caesar says, I thought Dalvin Cook would have a great game, but how about them Cowboys anyway? How about them Cowboys, Caesar? How about them? Let's go. Singh says, if the Cowboys make the playoffs, I hope they are playing the Seahawks. Why do you hope that? Why do you hope that? Because of the Tony Romo fumble game? 1:43 left in the second quarter. Here come the Vikings. One timeout remaining. They've got to push this ball. They've got to try to get some points here. Down 20-3. Embarrassing start for the Vikings at home. Caesar, how you feeling right now? You listening to Jack FM or what? $1:43 left in the half. Cousins in the gun. Cousins under pressure. Checks it down. It's incomplete to Dalvin Cook. 1:30. And the clock is ticking for some reason. I'm not sure why. 1:30 left in the second quarter. Dallas D-line is eating right now. Eating! Parsons is playing big time. You think it would be a good game? I think Dallas would win, but I think it would be a good game. 1:36 left in the first half. I'm not sure how they would play, though, because I think both would be a wild card team. I don't expect the Seahawks to win their division. I don't expect the Cowboys to win their division either. 2nd and 10. Cousins under pressure again. Throws it on a dime to Justin Jefferson for a first down. 1:32 remaining in the half. Big throw by Kirk Cousins to the 40-yard line. And a first down. The 40-yard line. Empty formation, Cousins. Cousins. Screen, Hawkinson. Hawkinson. Breaks the tackle. Hawkinson. Gains 5. 1:20 remaining in the second quarter. Torrey says touchdown Steelers. Are you kidding me? Come on. Bengals. Cousins, hurry up. Throw, out wide, Osborne. Catch, first down. Gain of about 6 or 7. 1 minute left in the second quarter. Oh, here comes Dilly. The Dilly one returns.
You already know. There it is.
1:05 left in the first half. Dilly and Cousins is moving the rock.
I think they're in kind of a, not a desperation mode, but they need to get some points on the board because the Cowboys get the ball to start the second half as well. So they got to put at least 3 on here. There is a flag. It's a false start for the Vikings.
As soon as you come back in here, good things happen to the Cowboys. What's going on with that?
I don't know. Don't ask me. Something happened. George Pickens, 24-yard receiving touchdown for the Steelers. They're up 17-10. Bodo's happy. The country is confused. That's how it goes.
17-10?
17-10,
isn't it?
Is it not? I thought it was 17-10.
I think it's tied.
Oh, 17-17. I'm sorry. I missed. Oh, that's right. That P. Ryan touchdown.
P. Ryan, baby.
As you got to get back to it. 1st and 15 for the Vikings.
Harley, what do you mean?
Left this mismatch, and Parsons with the sack again. Parsons, that's number. It's what, 2.5 now?
This D-line is dominating the poor little Vikings. The Cowboys walked into the Viking village and wrecked them.
Viking village. I need to get
shot them all up. Gilly is back. What are you talking about? Gilly is back, Harley Quinn.
Gilly
or Dilly? I thought you were talking about Gilmore. I was like, he's on the Patriots now? What?
He's back. He's come back home. I'm just kidding.
Am I doing the game tonight? Yeah, I am. Chargers, Chiefs.
This guy has been going crazy with the streams. Tell you that.
Only, Dilly. We have a good time. Exclusive chat.
Exclusive chat. Mm-hmm. I like it.
32 seconds left in the half. So, I don't think they're going to be able to do anything except maybe field goal. Maybe.
You're going to, and that's being fortunate too. That was sack. It was like at the 37-yard line. You're going to have there. It's 2nd and 23.
Cousins
Vikings
is
pressured. Parsons still in his face, and the ball's thrown out. Now, here's the question. If the Cowboys get a stop here, which is probably most likely, you got to take the timeout, right? Try to get something, one more drive, perhaps.
Yeah. 3rd and 23, 46 seconds left in the half. 3 timeouts for the Cowboys. I mean, Cousins, this is what I like about for the Cowboys right now. Cousins like is looking to get sacked. Like that last play, he did like a spinorama with the ball low, like trying to protect it. It wasn't good.
Coach, he's in the chat. He said, LFG, go boys. I cannot hook him. That's a Texas thing. I just can't. But I'll give it the Cowboys. And that's an incomplete pass, so the Cowboys don't even have to take a timeout, Mitch.
Why is Hawkinson picking it up and running with it like it's a rugby or something?
He's like, oh, come on, it was a fumble, right? I can advance that? Not even close. Oh, man. You know what? I am shocked by the amount of pressure that has been getting on to Kirk. That was 3 plays in a row. One was a sack, and the other 2 pretty much forced Kirk to throw a bad ball. And, he got hit on that throwing arm on that last play.
Cousins out for the Patriots game next week. Let's go.
Oh, no. We don't want that. We don't want that here.
We want that,
Punt
Billy. No, actually, we don't want that. We want to whoop their ass with Cousins.
Turpin catches it at the 5. Here he goes. Turpin to the 13-yard line. So, 31 seconds. Now, you could play conservative, but I think with 3 timeouts, I'd like to see them,
they
try
get the
one
ball
play.
after half, too, right?
Yes. Yes, they do. So, I don't know. I just want them to be aggressive. I saw what happened against Green Bay. They had a lead. They blew it. Try to get some points.
That's tough. That's a tough call.
I say here's what I say.
You run it and see what happens. That's what I would
You think so?
That's what I would do.
Well, let's see if Mike McCarthy agrees with you or he does his own thing, which most of the time he usually does his own thing to the detriment.
Screen. Okay.
Screen to CeeDee Lamb. He'll get 7. And I believe the first timeout's going to be taken.
All right.
It will be.
Yeah, that's basically a run. Yeah.
Basically run, and not a bad gain either. 7 yards. And plus, Vikings no timeouts, so
yeah.
If you don't think anything happens here on second down, you could easily just take a knee.
Maybe take a go shot. Take a shot, Dak.
Take a shot. No,
Cousins
we're not taking
looks
shots.
like crap, says Bodo.
He's not looking good right now. I mean, I'm just off of this game. Hopefully, now that's. I need to this way. Trying to figure out my camera being in the middle.
It's all good.
All right. I'll take it.
Second and 4. Here we go.
Great minds thinking like Dak. He's going to take it. Pollard, he had a turn and twist and turn. He'll get the first down and out of bounds. Nice. That's with 20 seconds to go.
They can go down the middle of the field, though. They got 2 timeouts. They need like a 15-yard in route with some yak potential here.
That's a yak.
They need a CeeDee Lamb right over the middle. Crosser. What do you think?
I like it. I like that call. Dak, he's looking. He's going to take it to Schultz on the sidelines, and he'll get out of bounds. They're not really taking shots here. They're just taking whatever they get.
There's only 13 seconds now, so this is tough. I get it. He's not trying to force it either. Like, I understand. You're up 20-3, but.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see how this goes.
Oh.
And he's getting some pressure. Dak's looking. He's looking. He's going to take a shot.
Oh!
Oh, my goodness.
What a catch by CeeDee!
What a catch by CeeDee Lamb. He got both feet in.
Is he a number 1, Dilly?
He might be a number 1. What a catch. 5 seconds left. Now, it's going to be a long field goal. It's going to be a long field goal, but he at least gave him a chance.
It's Maher time, Dilly, your favorite guy.
This is classic Maher time, too. This is, 60 yards?
This is why they got him.
Oh,
60 yards.
baby. But they're
In
going to
the
take a
dome.
timeout before the field goal because the play clock was like at 1. They weren't even ready to set up, so they'll take a timeout.
Yeah. Caesar says Cowboys making me proud.
Man, what a catch by CeeDee. That was fantastic.
That was awesome. I mean, there was it looked like a designed rollout for Dak there.
Mm-hmm.
So you rather complete that he catches it or it's incomplete, right?
Yeah.
(10-10) Raiders Broncos.
What a thrilling game. That's so many playoff implications on the line in that one, I'll tell you that much. All right. Maher from 60. Will he make it the kick? It's away. It's curling.
He got it! He got it!
Maher! Unbelievable.
Wow.
The kick was there, and it kept going, and I'm like, no way he's going to make it. And then he got it.
It looked like it was no good, like for 90% of the kick, and then it just, bam, right down there. What a half by the Cowboys.
23-3. Who would have thought? There is some commotion on the field. I don't know what's going on.
What happened?
I'm so confused. Maher's shaking his head, and I don't know what's going on with that.
No! He's not going to have to kick it again?
Wait, how? They didn't even... What happened?
I don't know.
Are they still looking at
Are
this
they
catch?
still challenging this? That's garbage, ref!
They can't possibly... The kick already happened. You can't reverse that.
That is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was a catch. You can't go that far. You can't go that far back. Are you kidding me?
They already kicked the ball.
They're looking at the review of the catch right now. They're still looking at the catch.
And the guy kicked it. What the heck? Why the fuck are they reviewing this, Gene?
This is ridiculous. You can't possibly be serious at this point. Once the snap already happens, we've already had another snap. How can you possibly
It's a catch. Yo, what the heck? What is going on? I think that's a catch.
I think it's a catch too, but like...
That's unreal. Wow.
The call stands as a completion, but that means he has to go kick the field goal again.
Wow.
God.
Unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Now he's going to have to kick it again and he's going to miss. Watch.
Don't say that. Don't say that. So,
look at Dak.
Maher from 60. I don't know when I said that, but I think it happened again.
NFL refs continue to be absolutely terrible. 60 yards.
I don't even know what to say right now. I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed.
How can you review a play after a play?
Can these refs hurry up? This is the longest delay for nothing. I swear. Oh my gosh.
Refs, the ratings are going down as we speak. Come
So
on.
here we go. 60 yards again. Maher's kick. It's
Oh my God!
again. Ball don't lie in this country. It was even better than the first one, to be honest with you.
Wow! Maher, the best kicker in the game.
I mean, I'm knocking on wood again. Every time he does it, he's a mastermind.
Yo.
That one was almost right down the middle and still had about 3 or 4 yards. The first one he like barely made. So I think he was just trying to prove a point. He's like, You really want me to do this again?
I can do this again, baby.
You want me to do it again?
Don't worry about me, Dilly. I got you. That's what he said.
Thank you. And you know what? I respected him.
He's 4 for 4 from 60 plus.
That guy, that's his clutch area. Let's get him into 60 all the time.
Yeah, just like take a knee and kick it. Wow. Thoughts at halftime? Guys, give us your thoughts at half in the comments. Let us know. 23-3. Dilly still looks nervous and his team's up by 20.
You know, I should be as happy as any one person could possibly be. But I always know those Cowboys, they could have something up their sleeve in the wrong direction. That's all I got to say.
Nah. Not the way you're running the ball and rushing the passer. I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
No, and I agree. The way they're playing right now is like top tier elite stuff. Like they're playing so good. But I'm getting multiple texts as we speak.
What are they saying? Any of you gonna read out loud?
My buddy Matt, he sent me a Dak GIF, so that was nice. My roommate Matt, and then my grandma's like, this is terrible." I'm like, yeah. I feel that. I feel that.
Vikings. Dilly looks like Bryan Cranston and that show where he's dealing crank, says Bodo.
I think he's trying to infer the show without saying the show, which is funny. Man, I don't know if I like. I like the comparison as a show. It's a great show. But
it is a great show.
I got my job interviews. I guess I gotta change the look. Steelers.
Bodo's not interviewing.
Oh man, I think I'll get the job. Bodo was was interviewing me. Bengals are losing. Yes, let's get. If I'm wearing this jersey, that should be good.
What? Steelers are winning. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're up 20-17 at halftime.
20 points from the Pittsburgh Steelers offense at halftime? Bodo, what is this? Darisaw out for the game. Huge for the Cowboys. Brandon says the AFC is down this year. I feel like the NFC is stronger. Really? I don't know. I think it's fairly even. I thought the AFC was going to be a lot stronger before the year than it is. The AFC East is strong. I don't know about the Bengals. The Ravens had a tough one. Chiefs and Bills are good, and the Chargers are okay. Raiders and Broncos suck. Titans continue to be the Titans. Colts, I feel like, continue to give tough games, but they're not that good. NFC East has been good. NFC South is trash, other than maybe Tampa. NFC North, Packers stink. Vikings getting killed. This man, look at his camera. Look at him.
Just kidding. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something in here in this camera. I got an assignment due. You heard?
Niners are good. So, I don't know. I mean, that's tough to say. I feel like it's pretty even. Who has better commercials, Baker or Mahomes? Neither. They both suck.
Hey. I'll wear my Mahomes Tech jersey just for you. I know you're the biggest fan of it.
The biggest what?
You're the biggest fan of Mahomes, right? Like that's your number one thing?
Oh yeah, obviously. There's no hate over here.
I think like if I had to go through the quarterback history of Mitch, right? Here's who I would say Mitch's top 5 favorite quarterbacks of all time are.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Okay, number 5, Tom Brady, of course. You got to have him somewhere.
Wow, number 5. Okay.
I can't get rid of the obvious, right? It's number 5.
Okay.
Number 4, I got to put this in the right order. I got to think. I think
4.
You know what? I think Baker's a really good number 4. I think he's really.
You think so?
I think he's right there.
He's up there.
Top. He's up there. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'll be respectful. Number 3 is Josh Allen. I know you got kind of.
Josh Allen's definitely OG.
Mm-hmm. And then number 2, I'll go Mahomes. I think he's probably your second favorite. Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna say Danny Dimes is probably your favorite quarterback in the league.
Yes,
I think you're really
Danny Dimes.
Like,
love Danny Dimes. Justin Fields got hurt.
Did he get hurt?
Yeah, apparently.
What? I thought he was good. I thought he was okay.
I don't know, his shoulder or something. He played the game, but I think he's hurt.
Okay, I'm done with the camera for now. I was just checking up on something. So yeah, it's halftime, boys. 23-3. If you guys have any questions, this is the time to do so. We've got time on our hands. We can discuss anything and everything.
Yeah, ask some questions or give us your thoughts about the NFL today. I appreciate everybody that is here for the second stream. Mm-hmm. Been an interesting game so far, kind of unexpected blowout. I was hoping we would get a little bit of a shootout today, Dilly.
Yeah.
But I did bet on the Cowboys, so
that's good. I like to hear that.
So I feel good right now.
Okay. Yeah. I think right now is 20. That's a big spot. That's not like just a 7-point lead where you're like, oh, I feel good.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
I might even feel even worse if they hadn't got that 3 points at the end. If they had gotten screwed at 3 points, but.
Yeah, I think there is a significant difference between 20 and 17. Because they're both 3 possessions, right? But one is 3 possessions with field goal, and one's 3 possessions with a touchdown. That's huge. And the Vikings, they got back in the Bills game because they were down 17.
Yeah. 20, maybe a different story.
Oh
yes, but I almost forgot how much Mitch loves Russell Wilson. I think he's right up there in that consideration.
I did used to like Russell Wilson.
I did too.
I think I liked him. Channel liked Russell Wilson. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think everybody was a fan of Russell Wilson. I remember, somebody used to be on this channel as big fan. I can't quite.
Who was that guy?
I don't know. I think his name was.
He used to go to the beach a lot.
He did. That was my favorite persona of his. But for some reason, I can't remember the name. I don't know why.
I think Bodo would remember.
Oh, that was his biggest fan. I tell you that. Now that was number one right there. He
Yeah.
was a huge fan of that guy.
There was one
Oh,
guy who really liked Nick Foles.
Oh,
Wow, Jordan Hunter knows him.
Jordan.
Jordan's been around that long, really? Wow, I didn't know that.
I think the guy that liked Nick Foles, I think he liked apple juice too. I think that was like his.
He loved apple juice. He had far too much apple juice during that Super Bowl.
Oh, more than anybody could ever withstand, honestly. Like, it was astronomical. But if that list was extend 6 to 10, okay. I don't think Russ is in his top 10 anymore. I think Kenny Pickett's got to be up there. He's probably a big fan of Kenny Pickett, what he's doing right now.
I didn't mind Kenny Pickett before the draft, but a lot of that was kind of like everyone kind of sucks. So
yeah, it was
yeah.
You know, we've been getting some pretty blessed quarterback drafts the last couple of years, and this year it's like slim pickings. Who else? Man, I was thinking of some. Now I'm just trying to think of who I can go back to. You were a big Ben fan. I remember that. That was pretty much what we shared back in the day. Was a big Ben.
I didn't hate Big Ben. Like Kev Ole hated Big Ben.
See, that's the thing. Kev Ole hated that.
So like it was hard to get anywhere close to. Like Kev would just rip the guy. It's for no reason.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't defend him in that scenario, because if you were talking to Kev, it would be pretty much like no.
Well, he would just bring up like certain off the field activities, and you'd have no chance. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, what can you do?
Robot guy. Okay. I didn't know that, Jordan. I'd forget, man. I see, like, people are like, I changed my name. Bro, I can't remember if you were Party Parth and then you change your name to Random Dude. I don't know that. Like, this dude, Party Parth, Dilly.
I remember him, yeah.
He was in our chat forever, and then the dude changes his name to Random Dude without saying anything. And then he's like, and I'm like, one day I'm like, where's Party been? Like, he hasn't been in the chat. And then he's like, I'm right here. I'm like, what? You've been in the chat for a year as Random Dude, and I didn't even know this.
That sucks. that is quite funny though. I like that. Like, I'm just random. Just random.
Yeah. The apple juice moment was a pretty funny one. Dilly was very upset.
That was a hard stream for me. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I was targeted.
My team lost. Dylan's team didn't even lose.
No, because, and shout out to AC over here. Respect. I've always got respect for him, but I feel like he kind of, the apple juice was kicking in a little bit. I feel like he kind of came towards me as a Cowboys fan, and so it kind of boiled over, and I was like, I'm not having any fun here. This is not going well. I think
those I should bring those recaps back. Those were like nuts. The one Steelers one. Do you remember the Steelers Packers game?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There was some intense arguments on there. Like legit arguments.
It got to the point where it was like, all right, I don't know if we can raise higher on this bar, because if we do something bad's gonna happen.
Like, I think I was a little younger, so I think I was a little bit more emotional back then. But yeah, I think it'd still get pretty good. The ratings would go up.
Oh, ratings would be at an all-time high. The Twitter chat would be like, did you see the stream, man? Like, it was crazy.
Where's Fitty Trent? I don't know where Trent is. I don't remember the last time I talked to him.
I post every once in a while on Instagram, and he'll usually comment on that. So that's about as much interaction as I get with him. But I can tell you he's still good. That's all I know.
Yeah, Fitty Trent's a great guy. I think he's doing radio or something in BC somewhere, but I don't exactly know. All right, so we're starting the third quarter, Dilly.
starting the third quarter, and as we mentioned, the Cowboys are going to get the ball to start the second half, which is crucial. Maybe they just run the ball and waste more time off the clock. Who knows?
My favorite quarterback is myself. Yeah.
Well, if that's how we're going off, then doesn't everybody's favorite quarterback is themselves?
Probably.
I'm like, there's some dimes over here.
I liked Tim Tebow. I like Tim Tebow. How could you not like Tim Tebow? Come on.
You know, when he was there in Florida,
he sucked. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I liked him.
Hey, you know what? Hold on, I'll tell you after this play. Zeke first down run, and he'll scamper for 2, maybe actually probably 1. I got to give Tim Tebow this. You know, maybe this is just nostalgia. Maybe this is the right part of nostalgia. But that 1 year, you know, when he did his business and he got the playoff run, it was fun. It was entertaining. He wasn't a good quarterback like any stretch of the imagination. But the fact that he did what he did, plus get the overtime victory, like in a classic playoff game, that's something. That's something to be said. Pollard catches the ball on second and 9.
What is with these swing passes for chunk gains, Dilly? The Vikings defense, horrific.
They are playing awful right now. I got to tell you that much.
Jimmy G's
16
better
for
than
18.
Tannehill? I think Tannehill's better than Jimmy G.
I would agree with that. I'm sorry. Jimmy G, he has the weapons, but he is just...
He's handsome.
He's good looking. There's no denying that. There's no denying that. 1st and 10. Pollard, he got hit from behind. Harrison Smith. You know what? That's a very Harrison Smith tackle right there. Just behind the line of scrimmage, jump right on top of the man's. Dak he's 16 for 18, 151 yards at a touchdown. He has not had to do 18.
There's a couple nice throws in there.
Nice ones. Yeah. I mean, when your one touchdown pass was pretty much you threw it for 1 yard and your running back ran for 29, I think that looks nice on your stat sheet, but doesn't really say how much you did as a quarterback. All being said, very positive for the Cowboys.
Another
Pollard, well, that's not positive. Patrick Peterson tackles.
I do feel like I know the bar hasn't been crazy high this year. I do feel like this is one of his better games though this year.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, I know that was a loss, but that's his 10th straight completion. So he's been accurate today.
3rd and 14. Big 3rd and 14, Dilly.
Yeah, if the Vikings don't get a stop here, that it's going to be very depleting for them. And if they do, you at least give them an opportunity, some hope, if you will. Cowboys are 8 and 10 on 3rd down today. This is probably their longest all day, though. 3rd and 14. Pressure is coming. Dak's looking. He's going to take a shot.
Oh!
And a caught for Pollard!
Touchdown, Dallas!
Touchdown! Unbelievable!
Why didn't I bet more on the Cowboys, Dylan? What the heck?
Tony Pollard, RB1. 6 catches, 109 yards. 2 touchdowns. You might call him receiver number 1 at this point because he's doing it all. I'm just joking on that point. But what a catch. What a throw. We just talked about it. Dak. Probably his best throw all
Dak
day.
is back, baby.
Dak is back. The Cowboys, they're alive and well. They're going to shake up the power rankings, and it's 30-3. Did anybody ever think this was the case? Going to be the case coming into today? I don't think so. Not even me. Not even me.
Not even you. Well, you're cynical.
I am cynical, especially about my own team.
Most Cowboys fans are cynical. I was telling my dad the Cowboys are going to win, and he's like, no way. No chance. I
mean, even if I wanted to be we're going to win, I didn't think it was going to be 30-3.
No, I didn't think that either. I'm not going to lie about that.
That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk.
I'm not gonna lie and pat myself on the back for that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know who I almost forgot on your top 10 list? Is Zach Wilson. He's your favorite.
I did like Zach Wilson.
He's so bad. I'm sorry.
That was my bad. But honestly, you look at all those quarterbacks. Mac was really good in his first year.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence has been underwhelming.
Yes.
Fields has figured out like that he's a really sick athlete, but he still doesn't really throw the ball very well. And who am I missing? Zach's just the
Back.
one that's been bad the whole time.
Yeah.
So.
Which is sad because, they have like a shockingly decent record, all things considered. 6-4 is nothing to sneeze at in this league. But I don't think that has been anything to do with Zach Wilson
The
and his
thing with
contributions.
Zach Wilson that's frustrating is I don't know how you feel. I think he has all the traits. Like when you watch him, like he's got a slick, quick release. He's got escapability. He can move around. He's got a strong arm. But it just doesn't come together. And like I think there's something missing in the head region. But like I don't know. That's how I see it. Like I see potential, but he just
isn't there. It's just something isn't clicking. I agree. Well, Dad wants me to call him, so I'm going to call him real quick.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
Trade Zeke to Minnesota for 16 first-round picks. Now Pollard is a god. Thank you, Bodo, for all the super chats today, man. That's been awesome. Been missing you with the super chats, Bodo. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get 16 first. I think you might get a 4th-round pick for Zeke. His contract. Okay, guys. So, third quarter, 12:32 left in the third. It's 30-3 Cowboys. Play action. Cousins under pressure, sacked at the 24-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. 2nd down and long coming up. Yeah, Cousins is... but to be fair to Cousins, his O-line has been getting destroyed, and he has not been put in a good position. His defense has been playing terrible. Lawrence just destroyed that whole offensive line on that play. Whoopig, when you becoming a member, man? How about you, Sing? Come a patron, bro. You can get into those live chats. 2nd and 17. Swing pass to Dalvin Cook. There is a flag on the field. That got to the 22-yard line. 30-3 Dallas. Who would have thought that? Holy smokes. Cowboys D-line is nasty. Nasty, man. They're going to shoot up in the power rankings. I just wish I bet more on them today. NFC is crazy. What do you mean by too crazy? Inconsistent? What do you mean? Stacked? I don't think it's that stacked. 2nd and 26. Hawkinson to the 15-yard line. 3rd down and long here. Down by 27. Inconsistent? Yeah, I would agree with that. 3rd and 19. Cousins is sacked again. Dante Fowler, former Falcon. 10:40 left in the third quarter. I don't know how much longer we're going to go here. If the Cowboys score another touchdown. Whoa! Just as I said it, Woo Pig became a member. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for becoming a member, man. That's awesome. Now it's Sing's turn. Sing's got to get on the train. Hey, Caesar, welcome Woo Pig to the group, bro. Punt by the Vikings. From the 40 to the 50, 45. Out of bounds at the 42 in Viking territory. The Cowboys will begin this next drive. Maybe I'll Yes. Access to Sunday Night Football reaction, BLV versus consensus, and more, man. And more. Caesar, is there anything else you would like me to do for members and patrons? I've been thinking about ideas, but thank you, Woo Pig. Appreciate that, man. Sing. That's all right, man. When will the United States football team be at the top level of Europe and South American teams? Do you mean soccer? Soccer team? I'm not sure. I think the problem with American football is their best athletes don't play that sport. I think that's the problem more than anything else. But I do think it's trending up because of all the exposure that some of the European players and big-time players coming to the States playing in the MLS. I think that's definitely helping. So I think it's getting better. All right. Dylan is back.
Long break.
Dilly is back, unfortunately. Everyone boo him.
No, not the boos.
Hey, Dilly, it wouldn't be a stream without Dilly without a wrestling question. What do you think of the CM Punk drama? I just saw it briefly. I don't even really know what's going on, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. I'll do as quick as I can to describe it. So basically, he wrestles for AEW now.
Yeah.
And he has been a very grumpy person, which is what he basically is his entire career. That's how he's always been.
Yeah.
And he got upset that a lot of people didn't like how he was, as a person backstage.
Okay.
And so he wrestled the main event a couple months ago, and then after the show, he just buried like half the roster. He was just like, he's like, this guy is a child. I work with children. They're pieces of garbage. He just went off on.
The owner is a child, but I don't know about the other guys.
And the owner was right next to him during this entire conversation. He's just sitting there, just doing whatever, and I'm like, stop this. He's burying the talent. It's not.
He's such an idiot, man. He's such an idiot. But yeah, Punk is just. He's I don't know what ego like.
It's wild. So bad. It's so bad. And then afterwards,
I always liked the guy for the moment he had in WWE, like from an entertaining performing standpoint. But even when he came back, like the guy was just there for the money. Like you knew that 100%.
Yeah. Well, and so like I was one of his biggest fans when he was like in that peak era of WWE 2011 through like when he left. Zeke gets a carry on second down. But like, then he left and all that stuff happened. Then the UFC stuff happened, which what a joke that was. But he came back and, I've been watching a lot of AEW and he was entertaining. He had some really good stuff there, but it It was bad. And then afterwards, he got into an actual fight with, the guys that he called out, because that's what happens. Actions have consequences. And so he's actually hurt, so he's going to be on television regardless, but it's bad.
I mean, you got to fire him, don't you?
Oh yeah, he's been suspended. I don't think he's going to come back. I think he's gone. 3rd and 5.
Dak going deep. He's got his guy.
Noah Brown to the 1 yard line.
Now it's Zeke time at the 1 yard line.
All right, let's do it, baby. Let's get Zeke in there.
Dilly, I know you're having a good time, but bro, 37-3. I don't know how much longer we're gonna keep this up here.
To be fair, I understand completely.
If you want to come on for the member stream, I don't know what you're doing later, but
I'm actually free. I got to turn in my assignment, but then I'll be free by that point.
Pats over Vikings thing. Okay, well, yeah, if you want to come on, even just for a little, you can come on if you want.
Okay.
Jay says Pats over Vikings Thanksgiving. Minnesota is going to be beat to oblivion. Oh, I hope so. I mean, I think this definitely looks good for the Patriots, but.
Oh yeah, definitely looks good for the Patriots.
How do you like AEW compared to WWE? Asked Big Al.
I was actually watching the pay-per-view last night, and it was really good. It was really good. Their television the last couple months has been kind of poor. It's been like kind of bad booking. And WWE has been pretty different the last couple months with
Really?
Triple H. Yeah, with Triple H in charge.
In what way?
I think they're just more like focused on like pushing talent. I know that sounds dumb because that's what you're supposed to do anyways, but they're like but they've been like more focused on like trying, like, because it's been kind of an emphasis the last couple of years. Vince likes his guys, and if he doesn't like you're kind of screwed. That kind of mentality.
Yeah.
I think it's just giving more people opportunities to like shine, essentially.
Okay.
And I've also think that Raw has been a lot more watchable recently. SmackDown's been consistently good, but Raw has been more watchable. So it's two different shows. Honestly, it's almost night and day. It kind of just depends on your preferences. Like, I think Mitch should maybe like tune into a couple of YouTube clips of Raw and SmackDown. Don't watch the whole show. I don't think it's still there yet. But
should I watch? Is Survivor Series today?
It is Saturday.
Oh, this coming Saturday?
This coming Saturday, yeah.
Oh, maybe should I watch that or no?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna go to the tech game and then probably watch it right after. So I won't be watching live, but I'll be watching like replay. That's gonna be a really good show because they're doing war games this year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's gonna be really good. And of course, Roman Reigns is like the best thing in wrestling right now. So.
Do I think Brady's going to play for a couple more seasons now that he's divorced? I do believe he's going to play next year. I do. I don't think it will be for Tampa, though. I mean, that team is... I think they're still going to make the playoffs. But I think there's a lot of disaster in the coaching department, in the organization department. I think the Bucs are driving Brady insane. I could see him going to... the Niners or back to the Patriots if this doesn't end well for Mac this year. I could see him going maybe to the Raiders if Josh is still there. But I think he's probably going to play maybe one more year or whatever and play somewhere else. I don't think it'll be in Tampa. Yeah. 2 more years though. I don't know. I get it would depend how next year goes. The guy can still play. Is he the greatest he's ever been? No, but again, we saw him last year play like an MVP. So
yeah,
some of it is like how's the coaching around him, how's the team around him. I still think he can play at a high level, but I would play as long as you can. I mean, the guy loves playing, so why not keep playing until you can't play anymore? I don't know.
First and goal at the 1. Play action. They're going to throw it. And
run the ball. I'm playing Dak in fantasy. Run the ball.
They're sick and tired of running Zeke at the 1. They're like, let's try something different. That sounds cool.
Oh, Mixon's being evaluated for a possible concussion.
Oh no. Well, that's not good.
Could we see a 50 burger? Asked Jordan.
You could. I don't think you will. I don't think we will. But you never know. And there's
Not if Zeke has anything to say about it.
Touchdown.
Zeke.
Man, we're eating good. I'm getting a little too fat today. I tell you that much.
Fat and happy. Melvin says, "How about them Cowboys?" But I'm not worried. Cowboys will choke in the playoffs.
Hey, Melvin. Let me tell you something, man.
Big Papa Pump over here.
Gonna flex them up today, baby. It's a good day to do it, man. You know what? I know the Cowboys are very good with reveling in regular season wins because we're not in the playoffs yet. But this is a pretty good regular season win. Like,
this is a pretty good win.
Can't do much about it. And yes, I'm calling it a win. If you blow a 34-point lead, I'm never cheering on you ever again.
Not even the Falcons can do that.
No. That's if they had gotten just to 30, they would have won that one. I'll tell you that. Yeah, this is I don't think anybody's expecting this. I'll tell you that much. This is insane. Yeah, Survivor Series should be fun. I know we're getting back onto that topic. They only have 4 matches, but hopefully they announce a couple more tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the 2 War Games matches are going to take up a lot of time. But
yeah, you don't want the matches to go too long. I know everyone's like, give them time. It's like, it gets boring at a certain point.
Well, yeah, and War Games matches are like, they got their own unique set of rules. Like, they're probably both going to go like 30 minutes apiece. So,
yeah.
We'll see. I think there's got to be more than 4 matches on it. If you put 4 matches on a card, like those War Games matches are going to be an hour apiece, and nobody has the patience for that. Not even me. But if you're also to bring up the other point, AEW is like completely different. I don't think Mitch would like that at all. I think it's
from what I've heard, I wouldn't like it. I mean, I don't really like WWE either right now. So
exactly. Well, and like I like it because there is some good stories in there, but like the in-ring is really good. It's just like you're not really a big in-ring guy, or like like that kind of that style. I would say,
especially that style.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest difference. It's wrestling has to have wrestling matches. That is a goal,
obviously.
And you can't just not have them. But like that style, there was a match last night. It was a 6-man tag match, and even though I enjoyed it, I knew it also killed the business at the same time. So it was like it was one of those double-edged swords. I was like, I am entertained, but man, this is so unrealistic.
Caesar says, I will tell you the ideas in the member stream. Okay, that'd be awesome. What was the comment I was going to read? Who has a concussion? Oh, Joe Mixon. Apparently. Raiders have the number 12 retired. We'll take that baby out of retirement.
Take him out. Take that number 12 out.
Unless Brady does in honor of Gronk, he wears number 69. I mean, that could also work.
Nice. I would love to see that for multiple reasons. So, kickoff. I can't believe they're still even showing the game, to be honest with you. But it's 8:15.
37-3, baby. Stay till the end of the third?
Yeah. I say that's a good call.
Okay. Let me check in on some other games, too.
Yeah.
What's your favorite football broadcast right now? Because I know they've changed drastically. I haven't really talked to you about that.
Yeah, that is a good question because going into last year versus this year, they have changed drastically. If you want, so I've kind of split them up into like different categories. Mm-hmm. If you want an entertaining, how can I say this without cursing? Because I'm trying not to do that.
Oh, you hate Joe Buck though, so.
No, okay, so here's the thing. I work on Mondays, so I don't really listen to the Joe Buck commentary that often. I have the game in the background when I work, but I'm not able to listen to a lot of commentary. So a lot of I've just been hearing clips of him. They're all right. They still do their own thing. They got their own kind of style.
Yeah.
I think they're like, I don't know. They are who they are, essentially. If you like Joe Buck and Shakeman, you like him, and if you don't, you're never gonna like him. They'll never change.
I do think they bring more of a professionalism to Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
because I don't necessarily think Monday Night Football was missing spectacle. I think it was missing professional commentary.
Yeah. It lost. I think it lost a spark for a couple of years, like with the commentary team. Yeah. They had a couple of them in and out, and they're fine, but they're probably best as like the second team commentary team versus the headlining team. The team I'm trying to think of, or like the word I'm trying to go with, is like, if you want to so bad it's good commentary, watch Thursday Night Football streams. They are
really?
Like the game.
You think so?
Well, okay, here's the thing, right? They get the worst games every week, right? Well, they're not, so they're kind of like, so I feel like Al Michaels just has given up. He's given up.
I kind of agree with that take.
I agree.
He's like, I actually think the broadcast is really good.
Oh, yeah. Like Amazon has put a lot of money into setting it up right. Yeah. It looks clean. And they've, and Kirk Herbstreit's a great color commentator. I've loved him in college football for years.
He works hard. Yeah.
So they're like, the duo is there. It's just they're not given the football to like commentate good football. So like Al Michaels is just like.
What do you think about the pregame show?
That is an entertaining pregame show.
I think it is pretty entertaining.
They've got all the talent there, like all those guys. They kind of feed off each other. It's really fun. I do have that. I kind of listen to that during work. Like I'll just turn up the volume a little bit during their pregame, and it's pretty good. I've been having to get more used to the Greg Olsen broadcast because they're the number one on Fox now. They're okay.
It doesn't feel the same. I think Greg Olsen is fine. It doesn't feel the same. I think Fox is probably in last.
Another sack, Jaron Curse. I just had to point that out.
I'm watching the Raiders game right now.
I don't even know what we're watching.
PI for a first down. The Raiders just got a first down, and Hackett went. I'm not even joking. He looked like the Big Show when he put his arm.
We're going. You're going down. It's the choke slam. I love it. Oh my goodness. Trayvon Diggs almost had an interception. Almost did.
Look at these highlights he's given us here. It's just all defense.
Of course.
No Vikings plays. I will say, I think Tirico is like, if you were to replace Al Michaels with anyone, Tirico is good.
I think that is the best. I'm going to say right now, I still think Sunday Night Football is the best broadcast with Tirico and Collinsworth. I know Al was the classic, and I love Al and that commentary team, but like Tirico, like you said, if you're going to replace one guy, you're going to replace the guy that was also Monday Night Football's best commentator for like a decade. He was doing that job for a while. And that's why I was so upset, because he didn't have any games to commentate on for years, because he was just the pregame and postgame guy. But
I think though Sunday Night Football has like the most like glitz and glamour feel to it. It feels like Hollywood. It feels like elevated.
Yeah, because I feel like the last couple years, like me and the boys, like we're watching Sunday Night Football. We're not tuning into Thursday nights. Are you kidding? Who cares about that? Like who that cares about that? And Monday night was losing a little bit of luster in the last couple years. I think they're getting back, but I think right now it's that. And also shout out, probably 1B is the commentary team we have right now, Nance and Romo. They're top tier as well. I love those guys. And Hawkinson, 3rd and 25. He'll get 10. Thank you for the fantasy points, but otherwise, no. Otherwise, nothing doing. And they're gonna punt.
Are the Bengals winning yet?
I gotta take a look at that.
They're winning.
They're winning.
24-20.
Ooh, who got that last touchdown? I need
Some guy named Irwin.
Irwin.
Yep.
Oh, is that the no, wait, hold on. I'm trying to think if that
He's
was the
got
guy that
long blonde hair.
yeah, he looks like for my football fans, he looks like Adam Cole. Pretty much almost exactly like him. He also like had the catch last week where it was almost in the end zone, would have been his first touchdown. Now he got his first touchdown. So that's cool.
There we go. Up by 4 now.
There was a flag. I think there was a hit by the Vikings. I mean, I'm just commentating the Vikings at this point. We got to keep it going.
Come on!
I don't have every.
Hackett's expressions are comedy gold over here.
That ball is okay. Could you imagine Ian Eagle replacing Al Michaels on Thursday Night Football next season? Well, wait, but doesn't Ian Eagle have a contract with CBS? How would that work out?
I don't know how that works.
Because you had the one. Didn't Al Michaels also sign a gigantic? Or like he has a couple of years.
Pretty sure he did.
So.
Wow, the Steelers are at the 21 of the Bengals.
Oh.
Pickett! Incomplete. He was going for the end zone there.
I benched Deontay Johnson, so as long as he doesn't throw to Deontay Johnson, we're fine.
I got you. What's the shocking result of the week for you this week there, Dilly?
37-3 Cowboys. I'm just kidding. That's the shocking result right now.
It might be.
I'd honestly, I would have to put it as that because, maybe you thought the Cowboys were going to win. Mitch had money. I thought, of course, they could play well, but up 34? No way. No way. Let me look across the NFL, see if anything else.
The Lions beating the Giants by 13 is pretty surprising.
That's right up there as well. That's definitely in the top 3 because the Giants, they've had the hype around them all year, and they played really well. Brian DeBall's getting.
They're not as good as their record, but they just find ways to win.
Which is, and for a team like that, I think that's really all you can ask for. But in terms of like we're going to get it this year, no. Let's be honest with ourselves here. They still got to play the Cowboys. Later on, they got to play the Eagles. I think they got to play it twice. So, good luck with that. I think there's good things about them, but they still got a ways to go.
4th and 4 for Pittsburgh, so it looks like they're probably going to kick a field goal. It will be 24-23 in that case.
I think that's a good call, honestly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Falcon, if the Colts had won today, that would have been probably the biggest shocker of the week, I think. But they didn't finish it out. I would say those are probably the 2 biggest standouts, the Vikings game and the Lions game here. Ravens 13-3, that is kind of disappointing, but,
They won.
They won.
10.
So, yeah.
Still kind of a weird score.
Baker stinks. He threw that interception at the end, too.
Have you ever seen a quarterback throw the ball directly at a defensive line as much as Baker Mayfield? He gets the ball tipped down at the line of scrimmage like 6 times a game.
Nobody's gotten it tipped down more than him, but I think the person that I remember the most is Blake Bortles that used to do that a lot, too, in Jacksonville.
Oh, God.
You get a lot of those, like, a lot of the time, I don't know why, but a lot of times he would hit off of, like, a D lineman's helmet, and then it would go in the air. That was his thing.
I remember there was one game he was like 1 for 3, and he had like 2 picks, and like off the back and head of his own player. We would just meme him.
I am shocked that every Cowboy starter is still in the game here. I am shocked.
Winrus says, do you think Brady will be a good commentator? It depends on how loose and honest Brady will be. Because Brady has a really good personality when he lets his shield go. Yeah. But it depends if he has the shield up or not. Like, if Brady were to just say all the things that we're thinking and he's thinking, I think he'd be great. But I don't know if he will. So
I think there's another one of those situations where you could get the good and the bad from Brady because on one hand, like he knows so much about football, he's going to give you that aspect. But like,
Yeah.
if he doesn't want to show off that full personality, it's going to be it could be dull.
Yeah.
Maybe is the word I'm looking for.
You're going to have especially to start, you're going to have like a Nance to Romo where you can, but I will say Romo's kind of like more willing to give his personality. You might have to get somebody that's really good at getting that personality out of him. And if you can get that, then it might be really good. But
Jim, those Cowboys, they came to play today. They're up 34 big here against the Vikings. What are they going to do next week? I've been working on my Romo. I'm just trying to keep it going, at this point.
Jason says, all I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? That was their first 3 and out of the entire game just now.
Oof.
So
Burrow's thrown 2 picks. I think that would make it 6 against the Steelers this year.
Oh my God. That's right. He threw 4 in that week 1 game. Oh my God. That was so bad.
2nd and 10 for him.
Brian Anger's first punt of the day, ladies and gentlemen. First punt.
Brian Anger, he's not angry about that. Higgins for a first down, baby.
Jeez, that guy just completely fell. Oh, wait. Jeez, everything's going on in this Vikings game for no reason. I think a fumble just happened, and I don't even know if they're confirming it.
What happened, Billy?
They're reviewing. They're looking at it. The Cowboys get the ball, or is it the Vikings? No, it's Vikings ball. Vikings ball.
Tie game, Raiders Broncos. Which disaster will come out on top?
It's gonna end on like the worst play for both teams. It's gonna be like the dumbest way possible to finish the game.
Max Crosby's gonna strip sack Wilson, and then the Raiders gonna recover it and run the wrong way.
You know what? I don't think that's ever. That would be fun. I like that. I'd watch that.
And then the Broncos are gonna go try to tackle him.
No, don't tackle him. He's going in our end zone. Keep him going. Keep it going.
2nd and 10 for the Bengals.
Dalvin Cook with a first down run. That was, man, what a tackle, though. I mean, Dante Fowler just kind of jumped on him. You're getting the good action from the Broncos, and you're getting a blowout over here on this side. So,
Burrow escapes TJ Watt and throws for 9 yards on 2nd and 10 to your favorite player, Adam Cole.
My man. TJ Hawkinson, give me those fantasy points. Thank you.
No!
You're not even playing me this week. Actually, we're about in the same playoff position spot. So
it looks like I'm probably going to lose.
I might lose. I haven't checked recently, but I'd have to look at who I'm facing.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help out the league either way.
Good too. I'm surprised you're only like 4-5 or whatever.
I'm annoyed because I lost to Mike by less than 1 point. I could be 5-5 at this point. I'm like, oh. You know what the biggest thing for me that's stopping my team is my quarterback. Freaking Stafford has been garbage.
Stafford.
I think he did just enough today, but then he also.
One of my 3 quarterbacks I got.
Who do you got?
I got Brady, Daniel Jones, and Mariota.
Bro, honestly, I'll take one of them.
Let me know what you want to offer.
I'll have to look into that because I've got Trevor Lawrence as my backup. He's not terrible, but he doesn't do great. And I picked up Davis Mills today, but I did not start him, and thank goodness I didn't. I did not. That's the thing about being in a 16-team league is there are not a lot of actual healthy quarterbacks on the to pick up. So you're kind of dealt with the
this year too in general, like the quarterback fantasy position has been tough.
Yeah,
because points are down and all that stuff, right? So
yeah. You basically either have a top tier 5 or 6 QBs, and then if you don't you kind of have like this.
I don't even know if it's that, to be honest. Maybe like 3 or 4. But yeah,
you got like Hurts, Mahomes, and even those guys that I'm mentioning right now have had off games.
And then like Lamar started really well, and then he kind of fell off.
Yeah.
Herbert hasn't been the same. Burrow's been inconsistent. Obviously, Brady and Rodgers have fallen off. Like Hurts is like, I think it's those 3. Hurts, Mahomes, and Allen. After that, I'm not sure.
Not sure if there's any like quintessential QBs in fantasy right now. And then of course there's the reason why they're in the MVP race because they're doing so well.
I guess Tua.
Tua, when he doesn't die, is the best quarterback in the league right now. I can tell you that much. I like Tua too. I think there's something about him. He's probably fourth. Yeah, I don't think he's had that many
per game. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably hurts him that he has those 2 games off, but
2nd and 10 for the Bengals at the 32 of the Steelers.
I like that they're showing Bud Grant, or like his name here in the Vikings game. I love me some good Bud Grant.
Some good old Bud Grant.
See, that's somebody my grandparents talk about a lot, and they're like, we got to win this year, because if we don't win this year, he's never going to see a Super Bowl. I'm like, yeah, probably accurate. The man is 95 years old. That's a lot.
Unreal.
False start on the Vikings.
Adams playing well again, despite the team being absolutely terrible.
The Raiders are they're an anomaly, Mitch. They really are an anomaly in this league.
They make no sense.
I don't know. They don't. Their
defense is ass, but.
Yeah. Well, even their offense is
Their offense is come and go.
Yeah.
I think
they had that one drive. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago where Devontae Adams had every catch was 6 catches for 80-something yards and a touchdown. I was like, okay, well, you can keep just doing that. You might win a game.
Their O-line isn't very good. That's why they're kind of inconsistent, I think, on offense. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they haven't had Waller either, and Renfro is out too. So.
Yeah, that definitely hurts. They've only played 40 total snaps together with those guys and Jacobs as well. It's I
didn't know that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allen, I was just going to say, Allen and Mike Williams are both playing tonight, apparently. Active.
Who is, sorry?
Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are both officially active.
Yes, and I saw on Twitter that Mike Williams is probably 100%, he's going to play the whole game, and Keenan Allen's going to be putting on a play snap, though. It'll be a little bit more of a case-by-case scenario. 3rd and 20, and another sack for the Cowboys defense.
All right, Dylan, on that note, bro.
Why didn't I start them in fantasy in our league? I started the 49ers this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's fair, right? It's fair.
Field goal is good for the Bengals. They're up by 4. Okay, guys. I think that's it for us. I mean, I wish the game was a little bit closer, but we'll allow Dilly to do his assignment. I'll go rest up for Sunday night, and potentially he'll be back later. If you are a member, just remember we're going live for Sunday Night Football. I will send the link to the Patreon as well as to the YouTube members on the community tab. So make sure to check that out. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you later. Thanks for all the support today, the new subs. Gronk spiked the like button. Peace.
Peace.